Cusack.
Yeah, good afternoon, Stan, and good afternoon, everyone out there. Yeah, looking forward to this clash. Really, you know, what stakes? What are the stakes? Getting into a grand final. Big game today.
And look, the two great rivals, we've mentioned it, at family against family. As they come into the game at the end of the minor round this year, it was South on top, 11 wins, 1 loss through the minor round. Great minor round season from them. Pioneer finished 4-3 wins, 9 losses. It doesn't count for much today, that big game differential in wins and losses.
No, it doesn't. And finals are a different story. If you get there, you're always worth a chance of playing in the grand final and winning one. So, look, they're at the pointy end of the season, and look, it'll be up to who goes out there and gives it all, and to see if they've got what it takes to get to the grand final.
They're here today, Pioneer, courtesy of a thrilling 1-point win in the knockout semi-final. You saw it on ICTV last week, 8-8-56 to Federal, 8-7-55. One of the last kicks of the game, the Eagles got up in that. And South are here because they lost to Rovers in the double chance semi-final by 35 points. Rovers 17-20, 122. South 13-9, 87. I just look at those scoring shots, Sean, 37-22. Maybe that margin could have been a bit bigger.
Yeah, well, that's it. Different conditions too. I think Rovers really settled into that match last week against South, and they looked better under lights. I mean, South have been the best side all year, but we're just starting to hear some stories around the traps that they may not be as settled as they'd like to be in finals, but South are a good side and they've been on top all season, so we'll see what happens.
Certainly, as we looked at the team sheets, probably appeared to be more changes on the South side of the legend than the Pioneer one.
Yep.
Previous meetings this year, round 2, South won it by 40 points, 24 goals, 3 to Pioneer 17-5. A high scoring shootout, that, and the accuracy in front of goals.
Yeah.
24-3, 17-5.
Yeah, definitely. The shots on goal were on target.
That's entertaining footy. In round 7, South won by 21 points, and in round 12, they won by 22 points. That margin almost comfortable, but not quite.
Yeah, that's it. And, well, that's it. That the one thing about Pioneers though, they match up similarly to South, so they're a similar side. And over the last couple of weeks, we've seen the inclusion of Lockie McDonald and Matt Campbell, these sort of players, they'll add to their running style of play. So this is going to be a good battle. Big news for the South Footy Club too, with Darren Abbott being named the Minahan medalist. That'll be a big confidence for their club. He'll obviously lead the way today. But it'll be an interesting game because they're both similar types of teams. They love running forward, they love attacking footy, and they love kicking goals. So one of the teams is going to have to put the brakes on the other side and play attacking, but also a bit defensively as well.
AFL experience on both sides. Matt Campbell, Darryl White for Pioneer, Liam Jarrah for South. He did go through the warm-ups. Didn't look 100% comfortable.
Yeah.
He's been carrying a knee injury, but look, he's a good enough player. You would go with him if you were the coach, and he said he was right.
Well, that's it. He didn't play last week. When you've got Stafford and Jarrah in the side, and you got Gorry, that's a pretty formidable forward line. They're all going to take their best backmans, and when they're obviously in range, they're obviously pretty deadly with their kicking.
I reckon all the names that have just been mentioned are the keys for South. Jarrah, obviously, that AFL experience, the Minahan medalist Darren Abbott, one of last year's Minahan medalist Daniel Stafford, Thomas Gorey, back-to-back leading goal kicker awards for the competition. And look out for young Tyson Woods, who's had a taste of senior football in the NEFL with NT Thunder this year, as well as his under-18 duties.
Yeah, well, Tyson's a star, and he's one of the up-and-coming future players for the CAFL, but also the community comp. But he's an absolute gun. So we'll see what he produces today.
Morale boosting win for Pioneer against Federal last week, and look, those senior players are complemented by some real good efforts by some youngsters. Sean Foster kicked the last two Pioneer goals of the game to help him get over the line. Jackson Cole was great in defence, and maybe a couple of years older than him, but not much older. Ethan Little, another NT Thunder player. Some good youngsters coming through.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what this game is like. This is about. I think this is a bit of a turning point in the CAFL. I think, you know, with South have been good over the last couple of years, but this rivalry that we've seen for many years, I reckon today is probably going to be kicking it off for future games from here on in for the next 5 to 6 years. So this is an interesting game.
Another interesting feature of the Pioneer side is the fellas from Tennant Creek are playing. The brothers, Bronson Plummer and Patrick Coleman, and Lachlan Lake. So Spitfires in Tennant Creek will have been without their services in a double chance semi today, or two of them at least. Patrick plays for the Eagles. Yep. They had a knockout semi, so they've foregone playing in the AFL Barclay semis to be here for Pioneer in the prelim.
Yeah, that's it. And I guess it shows you how important it is for them to be here with Pioneers today. Pioneers have been, you know, they finished bottom last year, which surprised a lot of people out there. So to be where they're at today, they got their senior players in, and they've got some really good young players on the park. It was interesting though, those last couple of minutes in last week's game, it was the old hands who sort of settled them down, and they got that last goal.
Sean Foster kicked it, but hands on the footy in that passage, I think, to Matt Campbell, Willie Foster and Darryl White.
Yeah.
Just steadying hands.
So the blends there, it's a good blend, good between young and the older brigade. So it's I'm looking forward to this one.
Bit of a hush has come over the crowd here at Traeger Park. The music stopped blaring through the PA system, and I can tell you, just beautiful conditions here. Traeger Park, the centre of Australian football, certainly is here in Alice Springs. It's going to be the centre of plenty action this weekend too. We've got this preliminary final coming up, and then tomorrow ICTV telecasting a couple of cracking grand finals in the two bush competitions.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Tomorrow's just going to be an amazing spectacle, but the teams will be going at it, and it'll be ferocious, and it'll be a real it's an absolute highlight in the footy calendar here in Alice Springs.
And Mount Allen and Wallaura will kick things off as far as ICTV are concerned, and they'll be followed by Ginger Port and McDonald districts. Don't forget, earlier in the day, not on the telecast, but the under-18 grand final brings together Plenty Highway and Yunamu, which really adds to the representation of different communities.
Yeah, look, it's fabulous. It's just really good to have all communities from you know, all parts of Central Australia coming out and playing tomorrow.
Let's hope this game's as exciting as the one we just saw in the reserves. A thrilling win to South, 10-4-64. That'll lift the club perhaps. Rovers, 8-12-60. All came down to the last kick. Cody Marriott shot a goal from 50 out. Just missed. If he'd got it, the Double Blues would have got up.
Yeah.
So we're ready for a start to the 2019 Premier League Grand Final. South versus Pioneer. Shaney Miles in the ruck for Pioneer. Michael Tillmouth Turner wins the tap down though for South. Their captain and the Minahan medalist for 2019, Darren Abbott, kicks it high and wide out to the Gap Road side wing. Bradley Turner collects, dummied the handball initially, then went back with it in the end to Abbott. Abbott kicked to the half-forward flank. Shaney Miles got across to cut it off for Pioneer.
Yeah, Miles now. He's looking across field. This could be dangerous. Ball goes to ground. Kane Savalas is in there, so is the South player, Stafford. Stafford picks it up at half forward, gives a handball over to Turner. Turner gives it another handball back to Satua. Satua gives it back to Turner. Satua's got it again, gives it back to Turner. They're waxing the footy here at the moment. Now Pioneers get it in Adams. I think that's it. Ball's on the ground, running towards the boundary. Oh, Stacks on the mill. All the players are fighting ferociously for it at the moment. No clear possession. And the umpire comes in, pays a free kick to the Pioneer Football Club.
Go to Lukey Adams. Credit to the Pioneer defence and some good tackling pressure. A couple of times it looked like South might be able to break away. Short pass from Adams. A bit dangerous. Matt Campbell has gone the head shave. He'll give away a little bit of ground with the kick into the back pocket. Masters, is it with the footy?
Yeah, yep. Jade McMasters.
He'll pass short and direct, straight up the middle. Gee, put Colin Bishop under a little bit of pressure. He's equal to the challenge, and the ball knocked out of his hands results in a 50-metre penalty to the Eagles. Pressure just been building on their defence for a minute or two.
Actually reminds me of last week's game between Pioneers and Federals. It's sort of just working each other out. Ball gets kicks to half forward. Good play there by Turner, I think that is. Anyways, it's at the back. Yeah, that's Bradley Turner. Foster intercepts. Gives a handball to Darren White. White gives a handball to Campbell. Campbell on half forward. Kicks it high and long. He's looking for Foster. Foster get caught in front. Briscoe does well. Nice snap by that player in, I think that's Scobie, Dallas Scobie, but it goes through from behind.
Comes into the side from last week. He did play for Ginger Porter last week in the finals. Short pass here for South, marked by Dustin Oliver. Oh, he's played on, almost caught. Ethan Little tried to stick the tackle but couldn't. Oliver's kick out to the wing. 2-on-1 in that contest. The ball off hands to Bradley Turner. Sells a little bit of candy. Kicks towards centre half forward. Hits Dylan Alice on the chest. Alice plays on with a pass into the pocket. And the mark to the Roos, and a shot at goal coming up for Thomas Gorey. He's done this a few times over the last 10 years.
Yeah, he's the leading goal kicker, and look, I don't think this will trouble him at all. He's just going to go back and back himself in.
So he'll be kicking from about 48 by the time he gets boot. The ball just crosses the 50 now. Kick goes right towards, well, I was going to say the goal line, but nowhere near the goal line in the end. Out of bounds on the full. Missed by a fair way.
It's interesting, Pioneers got Dallas Scobie in, who played for the Gingers last week. Absolutely played a blinder for the Ginger side.
Still no goals. A point to Pioneer. South yet to score. Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
Big long kick out there by Bailey going towards Savalas. Savalas almost takes a grab, gives a handball off to Adams. Adams started prominently today. Gets a kick over to Santino. Santino dribbles the ball across to Little. Oh, Little does really well. Picks up the ball really well. Kicks it to Foster. That's Sean Foster. Goes long to Darrell White. He's got Briscoe to beat. White at the back. Takes a good grab. All that experience, knowledge. He gets back to get an opportunity to kick his first goal.
What a thrill for every lad out there in a Pioneer jumper to be playing alongside Darrell White and Matt Campbell, but yeah. Darrell White, three-time AFL Premiership player. It's a privilege just to be able to commentate. He was still at the end of his career.
Yeah, and where he took the mark from, he kicks it straight through the middle. And Briscoe was in a good spot there too. He just took his eyes off the footy for a second and he went over the back to White.
First goal of the game, kicked by Darrell White. Pioneer 117 South, yet to score. Bachelor Institute scoreboard, and almost 5 minutes played in the opening term. It's been entertaining stuff.
Yeah, really good stuff so far. That was Eric Williams, I think, from the back line. He kicked it out and got it to Adams and Savalas. So good play there by the Pioneers defence.
Hasn't he changed his role over the years? Just noted as a goal kicker once upon a time, yeah. Eric Williams. Now playing a bit back, Shaney Miles versus Mikey Tilmouth. Turner, big punch forward by Turner. And the other Turner, Bradley Turner, chance to run onto it. Savalas Seaton gets there. Turner wraps him up in the tackle. No prior opportunity. We're going to ball up with the footy in between centre and centre half forward. South heading forward. That was some impressive ruck work by Tilmouth Turner. And he's got a nice tap away this time. They couldn't capitalise. Matt Campbell, little handball out. Clever stuff, Savalas Seaton. Soccer off the ground. Footy gathered by Ethan Little. Kicks inside the attacking 50. White caught behind, but he lays a good tackle. Ball spills free. And eventually a kick by Daniel Myers out to the half-back flank, and he's found Robert Smith.
Yeah, Smith now.
No, free kick against him.
Yeah, it goes towards Campbell. He's been paid, pushing the back. Campbell now, he'll kick to Foster. Foster gives him a lead. South players are in there. Briscoe, well done, gives a handball out to his teammate. Oh, well done by Foster. That's Sean Foster, takes the footy off him. Oh, close. Offline though. Good effort there by Foster just to steal the footy away from the South defence.
Pioneer have gained the ascendancy in the last few minutes. 1-2-8, South yet to score. Short kick in for South comes grandstand side. The mark taken by Tyrell Martin. Not much of him. Kick to the half-back flank. Rebounded off the knees of Willie Foster, tried to tackle Darren Abbott. Abbott keeps his nose over the football, dragged off it by Savalas Seton. A little handball by Little, one from Bishop to Savalas Seton, kick inside 50. Darryl White gets a fist on the footy, sends it out into the forward pocket. Scobie had a few to beat and couldn't. Oh, almost stripped away there by the Eagles. South now under pressure, deep in the back pocket through Dustin Briscoe, able to get a kick out to the half-back flank. Matt Campbell. He's over the top of it. He can't get it out. Willie Foster dragging his opponent. He didn't have the footy. And little Tyrell Martin gets the free kick for South.
Now, Tyrell Martin played in the Red Tails game earlier on against the top end Storm and did really well up in the forward pocket. So this will be interesting to see how he goes today. Preliminary final. That's Turner in the middle of the ground. Goes long. He's looking for that man in Woods. Spoke about Tyson Woods earlier on, the Yunnamoo prodigy. Oh, he coughs it up to Plummer. Tenor Creek man takes it, kicks it to half forward. Ball on the ground, yeah. Coleman takes the grab, gives it off to his teammate, Scobie. Kicks it to White. Oh, that was Little, sorry. Ethan Little, beautiful kick to White.
Gee, the Tennant Creek brothers, what a passage of play from them. Bronson Plummer with the intercept, got it to Patrick Coleman, and his little feint and then handball was beautiful to Little.
Yeah, look, they both played on the half-back line last week, and probably good coaching by Wade Foster today. Put him a half forward. Wide.
Oh, can't do it again.
Offline.
Maybe not quite getting the reward on the scoreboard they deserve at the moment. Pioneer doing a lot of the attacking. 1-3-9. South yet to score. Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
And that's it. You need to do that against South because they've got those big forwards who can turn a game.
Just over 8 minutes gone. Opening term of the preliminary final. Ball off hands taken by Ethan Little. Got the handball to Francis Bruce. He slipped over as he tried to get the handball away. And, well, the ruse. Is that through a number 3? Don't know if I've got one of those on my team sheet. Here's Tyrell Martin getting through some traffic. Got boot the ball just in time. Kylan Bishop gathers now for Pioneer. Handball out in front of Lachlan Lake. Kane Savalas Seton there in support. Bouncing ball gathered by Lake. Brushes off one tackle, and now he kicks to the half-forward flank. Sean Foster in a bit of space. Having some influence on this game in the opening term, just like he did in the last quarter last week. Yeah. Short pass to Matt Campbell. Campbell goes for White, and White's taken the mark on the chest. Can kick for goal if he so desires from just inside 50, be right on his distance these days.
And that's it. I think this is his distance. And Matt Campbell knows it too. He gives him a lead. I think that's just knowing Darryl White now because he hasn't got that booming kick from 50 anymore. Matt Campbell knew that and led up beautifully.
We mentioned it just before the game started, those safe hands, those cool heads of those older blokes. Yeah. Was crucial late in the game last week. It's been crucial at the start, and so too Sean Foster, likewise.
Yeah, you can't beat that experience. And Matt Campbell kicks it truly. Yeah, it's just you cannot underestimate the experience and time out on the footy field gives you, and that was just an example of that.
So both the Pioneers' goals kicked by their players with AFL experience.
I'll tell you what, their midfield's up and about at the moment, Pioneers. They're dominating in this first half of the first quarter. South's got to do something in there to get it down to their big guys. Darren Abbott's not in there at the moment. He may have came off for a spell, but we'll see how they go. They've made a change in the ruck with Stafford. Stafford and Miles, ball goes to ground. I think that's, I can't pick up that player at the moment, but the ball's on the ground. Play gets
Campbell
pulled
there
up.
with some headgear on.
And that was, Brendan Pearce, the player I couldn't pick up earlier. Anyway, ball back in the middle of the ground. Kane Savalas kicks it towards his forwards. Good play there by the South player, just intercepted. Pioneers are in there again. They're fighting there. Foster gives it over. Campbell taps it on. Well, good play by the Eagles. They have a shot from 30 metres out. Out of bounds in the full. Good play by Francis Breed. I mean, he was offline, but good play to back up his teammates there and get on the end of it. It could have been a goal.
Continue to pepper the big sticks. 5 scoring shots in and out on the full while having a shot for goal. Short kick in here for South. Dustin Oliver, a bit of work to do, dispossessed. Little handball forward by Dale Campbell to Matt Campbell in the pocket. Back to Dale Campbell. Campbell suit for South. No, it's a point.
Yeah, but he's got a free kick. Just a little bit extra sort of body pressure after the ball was gone.
So free kick to Dale Campbell then, I think.
Yep. Yeah, you're right, Stan.
Younger brother of Matt and Paul.
He's come in from the reserves from last week.
He's won a reserves grand final best on ground medal in the past, Dale Campbell, and he's put Pioneers' third goal on the board. They're off to a great start, the Eagles. 3-3-21, South yet to score on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
Yeah, that's it. Take your opportunities while you can and capitalise on those opportunities. And look, it's working out for Pioneers at the moment. They look really good out of this midfield. Really good. Shane Miles was like, we mentioned him last year, he was fantastic in the ruck, and he rucked against 2 ruckmen from Federals last week, and he's got the big job again today against Turner and Stafford.
Southby, supporters be getting a little bit nervous at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shaney Miles in the ruck, and he had that tap to himself down towards Albert Bailey, slapped out of his hands. Campbell trying to get the footy forward again for Pioneer, so he's come under the ground and at least had some influence. Footy has been picked up by Derice Sator. High kick out wide onto the flank. Bradley Turner reads the bounce best of all. Short pass from Turner's good to Jarrah. Mark on the chest, and here's a chance for the Roos to get their first goal.
Yeah, he just got away from Sortino there, Jarrah. Just he's still got that quick 5-10 metre sprint, doesn't he?
Runs on his twinkle toes. We've still got the kicking. We've seen that over the course of this season.
Yeah.
And the Roos really need it. So from 35-40 metres out, Liam Jarrah kicks towards the basketball stadium end and puts it straight over the goal umpire's head. South's first goal of the afternoon, 1 straight 6, trailing Pioneer 3-3-21.
Yeah, good play there by the Kangaroos. Got it out. Derice too, fantastic over there as well. And Bradley Turner is probably the most dangerous kicker out there today. Gets onto it and kicks it to the big man in Jarrah. But look, it's exactly what we spoke about. They can get it up there only 2 or 3 times and they'll kick goals. So it's just that dangerous forward line. Good contest at the moment.
One down to your South team sheet there, Sean. Number 3 wasn't on it initially. It's Desmond Nandy. Pretty handy one.
Yeah. Ball up in the middle of the ground. Brendan Pearce gathers. Kicks it to Turner again. Turner now at half forward. Delivers to Gorry. Gorry goes in now to... Well done, Gorry. Picks it up off the boot. Kicks it across field. There's a couple of South players there. Tyrell Mitchell kicks it. Oh, it goes towards Jarrett. Jarrett drops it, but then regathers. Has a shot. He's up and about now.
Flexing the sore knee in the warm-ups.
Yeah. Good play by young Mitchell. Youngest player out of that little nest of players, the South players, gathered it and then got it onto the big guy.
Well, great response from the Roos. They needed it. South Pioneer were getting on top. Now the margin just back to 9 points.
Now this thing by Darren Talbot where he just rotates his midfield. You know, Darren Abbott's been off, but Brendan Pearce got the ball out of the centre there and moved it up to his forward. So it's good coaching, keep his midfield fresh.
Dustin Briscoe in the ruck now for the Roos. Shaney Miles looking like he's going to go all day, just like he did last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Throw up in the middle, and Miles had the better, tapped it in Pioneer's direction. Desmond Nandy there, couldn't get a handle on the football. Nathan Smith also in. Ethan Little manages to tap it forward and get it to Albert Bailey, who ran into a little bit of trouble. Umpy said play on. Kylan Bishop went to ground. Savala Seaton soccer off the ground. Didn't get much distance with it. And it's been kicked out to the wing by Derice Sator. Down they go. Smith picks up. Hooks a kick around the body back towards the true wing position. Jackson Cole gathers. Gives away a little bit of ground to Sortino, who's got some time to weigh up his options, and he goes long to the forward flank.
Foster flies. Ball goes to ground. Savalas kicks it off the ground. He's got White and Turner. Oh, big clash there. Derice Sator goes in hard. White's in there hard as well. This is finals footy.
Crowd's lifted with it.
White now drives the ball long. He's got Scobie at the back. Good play there by young Dan Myers. Good spoil.
Yep. Played a lot of footy in defence since being an NT junior representative, Daniel Myers. Boundary throw in, footy deep in attack for Pioneer. Willie Foster to do the ruck work against Michael Tillmouth Turner. Call that one a bit of a draw. Sean Foster tried to feed a little handball forward for the Eagles. Darryl White through traffic. A handball out to Albert Bailey. Bailey snaps around the body with the right boot. But a mark in defence. Might be Sheldon Briscoe, I think it is, for South. And he'll go long and get it back inside the centre square. Good strong mark. Bradley Turner maybe having the better of that duel with Plummer. Kick in front of Dylan Ellis. This is bread and butter for Dylan Ellis. One bounce, two bounces. He can go the whole way from 30 metres. Out he misses.
Maybe too much time.
Oh, the goal was beckoning. He would have backed Dylan Ellis 99 times out of 100 with that one, even before he had the two bounces.
Geez, they look dangerous though when they open Pioneers up. It's pretty impressive football. Coleman now kicks it to Bishop. Still at half back for the Eagles. Bishop been really good in this final series. Kicks across to Plummer. Plummer's got one to beat. Turner, he's got the free kick, Plummer. Good play. He's got Bishop again. Bishop's been fantastic, young fella. Gives a handball over to his teammate, Sortino. So he's in trouble. Turner's got him.
Gee, there was three Pioneer players out there too. Well done, Bradley Turner. He's had a good quarter. Oh, now the kick smothered by Plummer. Bishop gets it, kicks it out to Luke Adams. He can gather just inside the boundary line. Chips up towards the attacking 50, hugging that line. Albert Bailey there, reaches low. Nice half volley pickup, but he couldn't stay in play. We'll get a boundary throw in 60 out from the Pioneer goal.
Yeah, Plummer must have smothered that footy there.
He did.
Good effort.
It's a terrific battle, Plummer and Turner.
Yeah.
Be crucial. You would expect Plummer to maybe have the legs at the end of the game if they stay as a match-up throughout. Darryl White doing the ruck work, tapped down towards Colin Bishop. Knocked forward for South though by their captain Darren Abbott. Through some traffic. Derice Sator onto the left boot. Nice pass to Daniel Stafford. Stafford plays on immediately. Kicks inside 50 to Thomas Gorey, who got away from Henry Peckham. Gorey marks easily on the chest. He'll go back and line up from just inside 50.
Henry Peckham didn't look like he had that free sort of run. But I guess we're underestimating Gorey's pace too.
Look, he's been beating defenders on the lead for just about 10 years now. Senior level here in Alice Springs, leading goal kicker for 2019 and last year as well. And that's why, because he drills it straight over the goal umpire's head, and South back to within 2 points.
Yeah, like I said, good play there. Good deliberate kick there by Gorey. But his ability to, like you mentioned, Stan, was his leading ability. It's so good, whether he's going at the player or away from the player or going sideways. You know, his capacity to lead really well over those 10, 15 metres is so quick. So good play there by the Roos. The game's definitely tightened up. This is, like we said, it's going to be a ripper.
A quarter of two halves. Some maths for everyone out there.
Good play by South. They get it out of the middle of the ground to Nandy. Nandy kicks it to half forward. Good play there by Robert Smith. Gives it off to Nandy. Nandy dribbles it along the ground to the leading goal kicker of the CAFL, and Gorey. Gorey kicks it. Oh, Lake drops it in a dangerous spot. There's Turner in there. Good play by Plummer. Good attack on the footy there by the Pioneer players. South is still hanging in there. Bailey tries to gather the footy. Now Lake's got it at the... Oh, bit of misunderstanding there. Now Plummer's got it. Plummer gives it across to Matt Campbell. Matt Campbell's still not out of the trouble. But good play there by Plummer. Well done.
He's been great. Kick to the wing, marked by Ethan Little. It's been the match-up of the game, Turner and Plummer.
Yes.
Both doing well. Little short pass, Francis Bruce marks in between the wing and half forward, gap road side of the ground. Another talented youngster, kicks towards the attacking 50, looking for Sean Foster. Two South players flew. Kylan Bishop stayed down for the Eagles. He's got it, kicks inside 50 to Darryl White on the lead. Marks in front of the eyes, right on that dubious distance for him these days of about 50. Yeah. Thought about Matt Campbell again.
How cool's Bishop, mate? He's like 17, 18 years old. and he's already picked up around 10 positions already.
Darryl Wyatt got the short pass looking for Dallas Scobie. South player got a crosser there, Robbie Smith, to intercept, and now they'll clear out to the half-back flank. And they've got the numbers now, the Roos. They should go forward again.
Yeah, Smith goes towards Gorry again. Why not? He's kicked most of the goals for this league. Anyway, goes at the back. Nandy now. He's got a little bit of space and time. Goes and has a shot. It's been touched, I think, though, by Williams. Yeah, Pioneers will see it through.
Point on the board to the Roos.
Kicks it out to Sortino. Chips it over to Lake. Lake, good mark. Bailey's out this way. Albert Bailey takes an easy mark, goes towards Pepperell. Pepperell's got some time and space. He juggles, but takes the mark. Kicks it long. He's looking for the big man up there. Can't pick him out of the moment, but he almost takes a good mark.
Mitchell Martin.
Ball goes to the ground. Oh, Foster has a shot. Goes to the top of the square. Players are in there. White's in there as well. Good pressure there by Mikey Tillmouth Turner. He's going one-on-one against Foster. Good play there by Francis Bruce. Has another crack at goals. Ball's dribbling across in front of the face. Oh, how close was that?
Almost ended up being a goal to Francis Bruce too.
It's just dribbling right across the face of goals, the ball. And then it must have just went out.
Point to Pioneer, they double their lead. 3-4-22, South 3-2-20. Only about 20 seconds left in this opening term of the preliminary final. It's been exciting. Might be a late chance here for Pioneer. Mitchell Martin taking the mark, 55 out from goal. If he looks at the scoreboard, he'll see there's 7 seconds left. Does he pass or go for goal? He puts it to the goal square. They need a mark. Pioneer, wide up in front. Big hands on it, couldn't complete it. And the bell goes for quarter time. Pioneer, 3-4-22, South 3-2-20. Bachelor Institute scoreboard. Quarter of 2 halves, Sean Cusack. Pioneer early on, South late in the quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. A good game of footy. Pioneers were up and about early. Had all the play. Their midfield dominated. And then they got it to their forwards, and their forwards capitalised on their opportunities. And then the second half of that quarter, fantastic effort by the South side. They worked it through their midfield and got it down to their big gun forwards.
2 points to lead to Pioneer at quarter time. Stay with us on ICTV. We'll be back with the second quarter in the not too distant future.
Hey Nev. Hey Toby, this is Milpa. Milpa's helping all the kids have strong eyes so they can play footy like us.
Oh yeah, is that because there's still some trachoma, making kids eyes sick?
That's right, and stopping trachoma is easy.
Is it? How?
All you have to do is blow your nose, wash your face whenever it's dirty.
True.
It's like washing your hands after going to the toilet. We do it all the time, even if we can't see the germs.
So Nev, by cleaning your face, you stop germs from snotty noses and mucky eyes spreading?
Yep.
So remember, clean faces, strong eyes.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting
What for?
for big orally. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen. You can hear the sound. Go and hunt for lake and save the precious water in your community. We finally get you to the lake. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love going hunting for bush tucker. Maybe I can hunt for lynx too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
On territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive careful. Especially in bad weather. Be extra careful in heavy rain, dust storms, bushfires, and strong winds. If the weather is bad, you might slow down. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
Kids need help to stop trachoma. The eye disease can cause pain, sickness and even blindness. It's spread by mucky eyes and snot on the face. Luckily, it's easy to stop. By helping kids to blow their nose, wash their hands and clean their face, you'll be helping to stop eye disease spreading and keep their eyes healthy and strong. And by teaching kids to get rid of mucky eyes and snotty noses, you'll be playing your part to stop trachoma. Remember,
Trachoma is everybody's business.
clean faces, strong eyes.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Nyanyikan follow ICTV. Miltirani ka ngalimpanyango. You're watching ICTV, showing our way.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Bachelor Institute. Enrolments for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Bachelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
Welcome back to ICTV as we bring you all the finals footy action from the AFL Central Australia competitions. The preliminary final of the Premier League quarter-time Pioneer, 2-point leaders over South, 3-4-22. The Roos 3-2-20. The prize at the end of this, a grand final berth against Rovers next week. Lose and it's all over for 2019. Look, we're probably none the wiser who can win this game after one quarter, Sean.
Yeah, that's it. It's even Steven pretty much at the moment. Pioneer's 2 points in front. It's going to be a tight one all day, I reckon. Yeah, it just depends on what I was saying earlier on. If one team can actually put the brakes on the other and just hold them out from scoring, I think that side can eventually kick away. But who that is, I don't know, Stan.
A little bit of a wait there. I can't believe that actually happens. We waited for a player for South to come off the bench and go and line up inside one of the 50s.
And player went out there as well, so there's a bit of confusion out there.
You forgot that they were on. Well, 2 points of difference. Umpire holds the ball above the head, waiting for the siren to go.
This would be a good matchup. You got Abbott, Darren Abbott on Ethan Little.
Well, two real goers.
Yeah.
No nonsense footballers. Of course, Abbott, 2019 Minahan medalist. 2019 a watershed year for Little, making his NT Thunder debut. Bounced down in the middle. Shaney Miles had the better of the ruck contest there up against Arnold Woodbury. Tyrell Martin, little kick, sends the footy out towards the wing. Bradley Turner, good first term. Great battle with Bronson Plummer. Looks like that matchup's changed. Plummer's chasing Tyson Woods, who's marked out on the half-forward flank. Too far out to score. He's going to go towards the top of the goal square. Liam Jarrah the target there. Wrestling contest. The ball bounces off Jarrah's chest. Sortino there. Waited for the body to come. Then a handball went over to Henry Peckham. He slammed it on the boot. Diving low to the ground and taking the mark is Barry Kavanagh for the Roos. A bit of perceived pressure there, maybe. Reckon there was probably time to look with that kick.
I think he's waiting for someone to come at him. Yeah, he is. But he'll have a go at it. Kavanagh leans back. He's offline. That's what you've got to do, though, is if nobody's coming at you, you got to back yourself in and have a shot.
Minute gone, second term, and 1 point the difference. Pioneer leading South.
Peckham will do the kicking duties, goes towards Plummer. I think Plummer's probably got leather poisoning already. Sortino, good kick by Plummer to Sortino. Kicks it out looking for Miles. Miles and Woodbury. Miles, he takes the front spot. Ball goes to ground. Luke Adams is in there. Goes towards Lake. Ball goes across the half-forward line here for the South Footy Club. Ball goes to ground. Geez, Robert Smith's in there as well. Darren Abbott's in there. Good play by the Pioneer player just to get the chip over the top, and I think that was Luke Adams. Ball still at half-back now. Bailey gathers. Kicks it towards Foster. Foster flies. Good grab by Foster.
Coleman
He goes
screaming
back.
for it.
He's got Coleman there if he wants him. He goes towards him. Coleman now. Oh, he's got one to be. Good play there by Briscoe just to hold him up. Ball's on the go. Oh, Coleman keeps his feet. Dodges, tries to have a snap on goal. He'll get a free kick. Free kick for Coleman, but I think Foster will take it.
Good second effort by Coleman. The Eagles looking to start the second term the same way they started the first. They got on the scoreboard early.
Yeah, well, that's it. Both players went to ground. Coleman got up first, and that was the difference.
Been a revelation. Those brothers from Tennant Creek. Willie Foster gets Pioneer off to the start they wanted. First goal of the second term, and the Eagles move on to 4-4-28, South 3-3-21 Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
Yeah, look, that play all started from Luke Adams, two from halfback. Got it to his through the midfield, and ended up being a great goal by Big Foster, Willie Foster. South are making the changes through the midfield that just don't seem happy with who they've got through the rucks, or it could be a ploy to just keep their players involved with the play.
Now Stafford's gone in, and that might be good to get him into the game.
Yep.
He hasn't been prominent while playing a half-forward role. He's got a couple of inches height advantage over Shaney Miles. He's doing it solo again. And Miles, maybe the better, beautifully read by Darren Abbott, running through the middle, onto the left boot, kicks looking for Jurra. Jurra couldn't take the mark. Sortino got a fist in. Nandy with the crumbs. Kick at goal with the outside of the right boots offline. That was exciting stuff, but just a point on the board for South.
Famous name for the South Footy Club, the Nandy. Almost kicked a goal there.
Great Patrick and Richard, Echo.
Yeah. Cole now, he's got it on the back pocket. He played a blinder last week against Federals. Kicks it to Adams. Adams now. Still deep in defence for Pioneers. They're chipping around. Good play. Oh, goes to ground though. Puts Savalas under pressure. Gives it back to Adams. Adams to Sortino.
Cool head in the end. Cool hand, Luke.
Yeah. He's got a good kick on him, Stan. He's pretty cool under pressure.
Sortino long and high. Towards the grandstand side wing, Stafford up, one grab, couldn't complete it on the second grab. Kylan Bishop handed over the footy by Shaney Miles. It spilled to Tyrell Martin, kicks inside 50 for South. There's Adams, he spilt the mark this time. Woods puts pressure on. The handball from Adams to Cole. Cole slams it onto the right boot. A little bit panicky there from South. Footy out to the wing. Good body work by Savalas Seaton. And now Foster gathers and dashes away for the Eagles. Kicks inside 50. Matt Campbell, two to beat. He can't. And Dan Myers has taken the mark for the Roos.
Yeah, good mark by Myers. Dan Myers kicks to Pearce. Now he's got runners. Briscoe. Yeah, it goes towards Briscoe. Briscoe now. He's got Turner if he wants him. Ball goes to ground, but Turner's still got time. Turner gets around one player, gives it off to Martin. Martin now kicks it to full forward, looking for, that's Woods. Ball goes to ground, Dylan Ellis is in there as well. Lockie Lake picks it up, kicks it across to Bruce. Bruce one-on-one with Turner. Turner goes straight at the body. The young fella does really well though to chase it up. Ball goes to ground, South come in and support. Mitchell kicks it long. He's got nobody there though. Henry Peckham, good relieving mark for Pioneers.
Henry plays on, almost caught from behind. Hurried the kick a bit, and it's been coughed up to the Roos. They've got it on the wing. Bradley Turner centres it. Oh, chest mark spilt by Barry Kavanagh. Whistle may have even gone then. Kavanagh time to recover. Long Jurra from behind. He's taken the mark.
Sorry, Stan, I can actually see him setting himself. And just the way he set his body, he wasn't going to miss it.
I reckon we drift back in time and there might have been a bit more even elevation, a bit more elevation with that one.
The Indomu legend, the Walbury Wizard.
So was his father, Leo. Supreme footballer, great mark, great set shot for goal, just like Liam. South needing to be just that right now. He pokes at it, and he pokes it across the face of goal through for a behind.
South swinging the changes. Nathan Smith comes on the ground for Robert Smith.
Swapping a Smith for a Smith.
There's plenty of Smiths that have played for the South Footy Club, that's for sure.
And Pioneer, the odd one too, Graham Smith.
Yep.
4-4-28 Pioneer, South 3-5-23. 5 points the difference on the Bachelor of Institute scoreboard. Jackson Cole brings it into play.
Good play there by Bailey. Oh, he's had a bounce. He's under pressure now. He's got the leading goal kicker after him, and Gorry turns the footy over, has a shot on goal. Oh, good fly there by the young fella Mitchell. Good play by Peckham. Peckham gives it to Little. Savalas now will take the ball at half back.
That was the kick from Little. Penetrating to centre half back. Savalas Seaton waits for the runners. Francis Bruce obliges, marks on the chest in the centre, and then he kicks it out to Eric Williams, half forward flank. Williams a little chip over the top to Sean Foster. Foster runs inside 50, could probably go for goal from 45. The kick looks good, it's hit the post.
We were right behind it.
Almost a replay of that one on the run in the last quarter last week. Exciting footy, but no goals.
He's up and about today, Sean Foster. Tilmouth Turner now kicks it long. Tries it, 2 players there. Briscoe's being held. He'll get played the free kick. So we must make mention, though, Tilmouth Turner's dad used to play for the Eagles. He played all of his footies there, Craig Turner, and his son plays for the Kangaroos. I think that was because his grandfather was Patrick Tilmouth.
Kick to the wing. Desmond Andy in the front position. Marks in front of the eyes. He'll get the Roos going forward. Does so quickly. Nice low pass to Dylan Ellis. Ellis bombs it along towards the top of the goal square, looking for Jarrah again. Couple fly against him. Who was waiting down? Gorey. Socket out of mid-air by Sortino. He's got a soccer sort of name, and that was a soccer sort of effort. Out the half-back, Terrell Martin shrugs the tackle. Handball to Bradley Turner. Turner kicks a wobbly one out into the pocket. Thomas Gorey couldn't quite get there on the full. Good enough to take it on the bounce and then take his time and pass back to Dustin Briscoe, 55 out. Briscoe into the pocket to Tyson Woods. 1-2 grabs, can't take it. Good recovery, shot at goal, hits the post. Point on the board. Gee, we've only had 1 goal in this quarter, but it's been exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. Especially when you get the players of Tyson Woods gets the footy. Oh, dangerous kick. Briscoe, will he take the grab? He's got Bruce there, plays, and then Nandy gives a handball out to Smith. Good tackle by Coleman, not to push Smith in the back. Pioneers have got the footy and they clear it. Stafford's all by himself though. Staffordino, he has a bounce, takes on his player, kicks from 49 metres out.
Oh, another poster.
Players thought that he actually kicked it too. Celebrating. It was a good kick, but just offline.
A couple of fantastic posters in the last few minutes. Pioneer clinging onto the lead, 4-5-29, South 3-7-25. Henry Peckham brings it back into play. It was dangerous last time, it's dangerous this time too. Nandy waits for the crumbs from the pocket with the outside of the right boot. Looking for some magic, but again offline.
It was similar to what we were saying earlier on, Stan. You know, they've got to take their opportunities because it can quickly go down the other end and the other team can score. So, interesting.
Margin just 3 points now on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. South more scoring shots, 11-9. It feels like they're on top generally in this term. But Pioneer the only team to get a goal this quarter.
That's right, and that's what matters in the end, Stan. You kick your goals, you win the game. Now, Peckham kicks it out. He's looking for Sortino. Sortino's got 1 to beat. Ball goes at the back to Plummer. Plummer gives it off to Miles to Lake. Lake now working hard, gives a handball out to Bruce. Bruce dodges, gets around his opponent, kicks it towards the wing, goes out of bounds on the full.
Oh, look, bad luck there, Francis Bruce. Got to give mention too to his effort against Dustin Briscoe.
Yes.
Had that height advantage, he just competed, stopped the mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Giving away a lot of height there, Bruce.
So the Roos bring it back into play. Stafford with it. In between the wing and half forward. It's pretty static further afield. Short pass is the only thing that's on. Bradley Turner's taken the mark. Wants to play on around the man on the mark. He's been corralled there. He can't. Forced to go backwards with the handball to Stafford. Stafford, little short pass to Jamal Lynch, who drops to his knees to mark on the chest now right across the square. And he gets it onto the chest of Sheldon Briscoe. So going the long way home. Now a little bit more direct inside 50. Gory on the lead. Good punch away from Sortino. Crumb spill towards Sean Foster. He can't get it. Sortino hands and knees. Handball to Bishop. He's handball to Little. Little cool under pressure. Short pass to Dale Campbell, who's marked on the point of the square at the half-back flank.
Yeah, he's going towards Foster. It's a bit of bumping and scragging going on there. Foster will get it. Matt Campbell, I think he'll get it.
The advantage.
No, he can't gather. So we'll come back to Foster. South are a bit Foster conscious at the moment too. Just with the kick over the top. Oop, good play there. Scobie, now he's looking for a play. He's going towards Matt Campbell. Coleman, good play there by Lynch. Campbell's got the run of the ball though. Oh, he almost get pushed in the back. Coleman keeps his feet, gives a handball out to Foster. Good play by Martin, just to chip the ball out to the wing. Ball around, run out of bounds in front of the McAdam Bowden stand.
Geez, some good balance in that contest, Patrick Coleman. I heard you say kept his feet and managed to grasp the ball, one grab. It was rolling around at all sorts of awkward angles.
It's one thing you get taught, you've got to keep your feet, don't go to ground.
Good ruck work by Daniel Stafford. Little tap back for Tyrell Martin. Kicks towards Desmond Nandy. Out positioned by Eric Williams. Then Williams goes to ground. Swooped upon by Dylan Ellis from just inside the boundary. Looking for Jarrah. But Jackson Cole stands his ground to mark in defence for the Eagles.
Yeah, Jackson Coles, he's a good young player. Goes cross field now to Sortino. Goes towards Bruce in the middle of the ground. Bruce has got to go. He does. Oh, he cops one high from Turner. A good play by Bruce. He had to go, and he did. Kicks it out now to Lake. Lake's got the footy. Foster's covering a lot of territory. He's got.
Sticky.
He takes a good grab. Great grab. He ran from this wing to that side of the field and took a great grab.
Well, he's really growing in stature this season. Short one's on.
Short one's on now to Little. Ethan Little, unmarked.
Not much difference in the distance here, but he's got rid of the angle.
It's a bit of a funner, Foster's got that lovely big long kick, and
I think distance-wise, he's a better bet.
Yeah, but Little, experience and playing some good footy this year.
If Pioneer can get this, it's against the run of play. It's nice off the boot, right to the line. Goal to Pioneer. They've kicked the only two in the second term, and they get a little bit of breathing space over South. 5-5-35 to 3-8-26. The margin now 9 points.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. Points. South kicked a few points up that end. Pioneers take it down and they kick a goal. Pioneers at the moment ringing the changes as well. I think about 2 or 3 blokes came off them while they were having that shot on goal.
How often does it happen? One team attacks.
Yeah.
South have added 4 behinds in this term. Dominated most of the play. Pioneer get it up there a couple of times. 2 goals.
That's it. And that's all that matters in finals footy, the actual kicking the goals. So it'll be interesting if South can bounce back. There's still some confusion over the numbers.
Only 3 in the centre square. Now Derisa Tour goes in. Son of Ali, caught up with Ali earlier in the week.
Yes, he was at the Clontarf employment forum. It's fantastic to see him. Ball up in the middle of the ground. Pioneers win it. Bishop again. Kicks it towards his half forward in Campbell. Campbell, gives it to his brother. Matt Campbell almost gets a free kick there. Good play by the Roos. Lynch now, he's got the runner play. Well done there by the Pioneers players. They're going in. Pepperell got tackled big.
Held, sling.
Pepperell will take the free kick on the wing here at Traeger Park.
It's a good contest for him to win. A little bit of a momentum shift here. Bruce has taken the mark in the middle. He's kicked a centre half forward. Didn't go where I think he wanted it to. Sheldon Briscoe under pressure. Great tackle. Patrick Coleman. Luke Adams, the handball to Dale Campbell. Thought about the handball, then saw the goals. Went for the kick. Back to the top of the goal square. Dallas Scobie puts it through. Another one for Pioneer.
Yeah, Dale Campbell. I don't think he realised how much time he had. I think he was shocked himself.
It might have been, but the thing that caused it was his initial scrapping too.
Yeah. It's normally the South defence would be in there and chasing and harassing. I think he just got a bit of a shock there, how much time he had, and he got the ball, and Scobie finishes it off.
Things have certainly swung around a little bit. Pioneer were just clinging on to their quarter-time lead of 2 points. South 4 behinds in this term, while Pioneer have kicked 3-3. They now lead on the Bachelor of Institute scoreboard by 15 points.
Is that Martin or Morton?
Mitchell Martin.
Mitchell Martin's been fantastic. He won the last ruck for Pioneers as well. Stafford this time wins the footy, goes towards Bishop though. Abbott's in there. Abbott dodges Weaver. He still gets up. How many turns did he have there?
That's why he won the mid-air medal. More U-turns in the Coles car park.
Martin gives it back to Stafford. Big Stafford Chino. He's got a couple of players there. Woods is leading out. Jarrah's there. Oh, Cole. Good spoil. Now South have got it at half forward. They drive the ball. Looking for that player, Nandy. Nandy takes a good mark, and it's a kickable opportunity too.
Tough spot. Snake pick pocket.
If you're a left footer, you're right. Stand on that side.
Nandy, I think a natural right, but
He's
kicks
got some
pretty well
skill.
with the left.
Yeah.
He can choose, pick and choose at the moment.
Yeah. And he kicks through. Nice goal. Good play there by the Roos. Darren Abbott. Turning, dodging, weaving. Gets it out to his teammates. Stafford delivers beautifully into the forward line. And Nandy finishes off with a goal. Jarrah's looks like going into the ruck.
That's interesting.
Stafford's coming out.
At one time in that passage of play, I reckon Darren Abbott was sitting on his backside and somehow managed to bounce up to his feet.
Yeah, it was exactly like Campbell's sort of play there. Like, you know, you'd expect the players to jump on him and tackle, and he didn't get it. So.
Important steadier for South. Got it right on the ICTV scoreboard, 4-8-32. They move on to Pioneer 6-5-41. I think they've credited South with an extra goal on the big scoreboard at the ground. Jarrah did okay in the ruck against Mitchell Martin. Then Martin did some ravings, a little handball out to Risa Tour, and Luke Adams wrestled for it right on the centre circle. The umpire will ball it up there again.
Yeah, when you look at the matchups in this game, it's pretty good. You got Dylan Ellis and Kane Savalas, and you know when you've got those sort of matchups, you know it's going to be a good game. Now Savalas gets a free kick in the middle of the ground.
Right on cue.
Savalas now kicks it across to Bailey. Just straight across, right in front of the grandstand here at Traeger Park. He's got players there, he just needs to chip it over, he does. Kicks it back to Savalas. Savalas gives it to Campbell. Campbell kicks it short, looking for White.
There they are.
Good mark, but it's the distance. And he pulled up a good proppy there, White. Let's see what happens here. He might kick it.
Couple of AFL experienced players out there with
He's
sore
giving it
knees.
a go. Oh, Foster flies too. Yeah, you're right, Stan. A couple of good AFL players there.
Might not be anywhere near their peak, but still contributing out here today. A dangerous kick in. That's a brilliant spoil by Willie Foster. Comes down to Dallas Scobie. Chips it over to Luke Adams, who marks only about 25 metres out from goal. Well done, Willie Foster.
Yeah. Talking about, we're talking about the ex-AFL players, contributing, but there's a veteran of the CAFL competition, and those 1%ers, they finish off in goals. Fantastic effort there by Foster.
Here's another veteran, Luke Adams.
Yeah. It's a good blend, isn't it?
Played the premiership for Rovers. He did leave his beloved Pioneer for a few years.
Yes.
Back where he started, though. Shot at goal, straight through the middle. Pioneer respond.
Yeah.
They kick away again, 7 goals on the board.
Yeah, good play by Pioneers. You can't beat efforts like that by Foster. They're game-changing efforts, and when they do that, if they're doing that all over the ground, just scragging and tackling and getting spoils on, it's just good team stuff, and that's what he did.
Showing 7-6 to 5-8 on the scoreboards. Still got South down just for the 4 goals myself.
Martin.
So I think that leads a bit better than 10 points. I reckon 16 for Pioneer.
Martin and Jarrah to do the ruck contest. Martin wins that one, taps it forward. Dylan Ellis had the run of it. The South players are in there now, tapping it forward. He's got 3 Pioneers players to beat. Savalas wins that, gives it to Coleman. Coleman goes short to Foster. They're a bit rattled at the moment, the South defence. Foster goes long to the top of the square. He's got Campbell there. Campbell almost takes the grab. Oh, he gets it off the ground. Shots on, but just offline.
Oh, that hit the behind post, so maybe it's gone through and bounced back for the behind. Otherwise, it would have been a throw-in. Exciting stuff from the Eagles. Minute 20 gone. They're looking to add to their lead just before half-time. Tillmouth Turner with a mark in the back pocket for the Roos. Long. Oh, gee, straight towards Ethan Little. Had to wait for it. Big
Little.
Briscoe came late. Little still nose over the footy, and Briscoe fighting hard at ground level too. Spills out towards Nathan Smith. He can't take it. Good work. Ground level by Richard Pepperell. Now coming in low, Luke Adams. A little handball forward. Got it moving in the Eagles' direction. Patrick Coleman went to soccer. Whistle's gone. Free kick to Albert Bailey at half forward.
Good play. Good hustle there by Pioneers.
Now, clock ticking. 44 seconds left. Albert Bailey needs to get back and get one in towards the top of the goal square. Either hope for a mark or a crumb. He's gone looking for Dallas Scobie on the long lead out from full forward. Crumbs down to Patrick Coleman. Stolen by Desmond Nandy. He puts a little handball out in front of Brendan Pearce. Oh, Albert Bailey came in hard. Taken high. Free kick with 25 seconds left on the clock. Advantage given. Kick inside 50 to Foster. No, it's a 50-metre penalty. Or downfield. That's interesting because it's downfield from the second kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
Bailey's kick
happened.
went across ground, and I think he was the player that the free kick
He
upfield was
definitely
for.
got the free kick, yeah.
So, look, the next kick where Sean Foster's got it now came from Dallas Scobie. This could be very handy for Pioneer. Might look even a little bit better for them on the big scoreboard when they come out after the break, because I think we'll have to see what the goal umpires confer on here. I think there's a bit of an error on the scoreboard myself. I could be wrong. But right now, Sean Foster is kicking for Pioneer's 8th goal. 40 metres out. Oh, straight over the goal umpire's head. The team lifter right on half-time for Pioneer. And they move on to 8-7-55. South 5-8-38 on the scoreboard here at the ground. But wait on that, it could be 4-8-32. But right now, the Eagles on top, Sean Cusack.
Yeah, they are, and it's those small things that are keeping him on top and giving him the opportunities. It's those little scragging efforts, getting numbers to the footy, you know, the spoils and putting your head over the footy. That last goal only came from Albert Bailey. He just put his head over the footy and gets a free kick for it. They're up and about at the moment, and look, South have got some work to do the next quarter. They've got to get their leaders up and about, and because at the moment their Pioneers midfield and their forwards are just starting to get on top.
Half-time in the preliminary final. Pioneer lead at 8-7-55 on the scoreboard. South 5-8-38. You're watching it on ICTV. Don't go anywhere. A great second half coming up next.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting
What for?
for big orally. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen. You can hear the sound. Go and hunt for leak and save the precious water in your community. We finally get you to the leak. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love hunting for bush tucker. I hunt for links too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
On territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive real careful. Dirt roads can be dusty, making it hard to see. Or they can be slippery and you can lose control. When you're not driving on dirt, slow down, will ya? Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
a mark. Thanks, Maisie. Milper knows it's important to have strong eyes to see the ball. How do you keep your eyes so strong? You get strong, healthy eyes by blowing your nose and washing your face whenever it's dirty. True. Yeah, it makes you look really sharp and it stops trachoma. Wait, what's trachoma? Trachoma makes your eyes sick. It's caused by germs and the muck in your eyes and snot in your nose.
So it's easy to stop trachoma. I just have to keep my face clean.
That's right.
So remember, clean faces, strong eyes.
ICTV, doing our way, doing our way.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Hey, is that Milpa, the trachoma goanna?
Yeah, it is.
Milpa is back, checking that we are still cleaning our faces so we have strong eyes.
If we have sharp vision, then we can pass the ball properly and kick great goals in footy.
That's why cleaning your faces whenever it's dirty is important.
We can also help little kids blow their noses and wash their faces to stop trachoma germs spreading.
That's right, we have to look out for each other, just like we do on the football field.
So remember kids, clean faces, strong eyes.
Batchelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Batchelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Batchelor Institute. Enrolments for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Batchelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
You're watching AFL Central Australia footy on ICTV. And now it's time for your Batchelor Institute halftime wrap of the Premier League preliminary final. Pioneer 8-7-55 leading South 4-8-32. That's probably the first thing to mention, Sean Cusack, that adjustment to the scoreboard. We did hint that perhaps what we were seeing here at the ground was wrong, and the umpires confirmed at half-time. So that margin is 23 points to Pioneer. The first half, we thought Pioneer had the better of the first quarter. They had the better of the first half of that term, and then South evened it up. But in that second term, South on top early, didn't get it on the scoreboard, and then South in the second half of the Pioneer in the second half of the term.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's you know, what we were saying was if they've got to capitalise and when they get it into their forward line, South, they've got to actually ensure that they kick their goals. And what we've seen was South dominated that first half in the second quarter, and you know, they kicked 2 or 3, 4 points up that end, and Pioneers took it away and kicked a goal. So what South need to do is just ensure that they capitalise on all the good work going on in the rest of the field, so they keep the scoreboard ticking over.
The goal kickers might actually tell a story for South. Yes. Liam Jarrah is their only multiple goal kicker with 2, and he ended up in the ruck late in the term. Thomas Gorey's a leading goal kicker in the competition. He's got 1 today. Desmond Nandy got the other. Tyson Woods, I think, was second leading goal kicker in the competition. He hasn't hit the scoreboard yet. So that might tell a little bit of a story. The goal kickers for Pioneer, all singles. So 8 different goal kickers: Ethan Little, Sean Foster, Dallas Scobie, Matt Campbell, Luke Adams, Dale Campbell, Darryl White, Willie Foster. So only 2 of those goals from the tall timber, the rest from runners.
Yeah, well, that's right. What South need to do is isolate their forwards one-on-one, so that they get that they get that advantage. You know, having Thomas Gorey one-on-one with his player, having Liam Jarrah and having Tyson Woods one-on-one with their players, isolate them and give them that opportunity to do what they do best. Is probably my advice for the South Footy Club.
Great to see people out there, spectators having a kick, and I just saw Luke Adams, his older brother, Kelvin Adams out there, younger brother, Kelvin Adams out there having a kick with young Jared, who also lives at the house with them. So good to see this happening here at Traeger Park. 23-point lead to Pioneer after they led by 2 points at the first change. That's your Bachelor Institute wrap up for half time. Stay with us, not too far away, the third term.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting
What for?
for big water leak. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen, you can hear the sound. Go and hunt for leak and save the precious water in your community. We finally get to do the leak. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
Alam ko yung ting pupush taka. May bakanan pulings too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
On territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive real careful. Dirt roads can be dusty, making it hard to see. Or they can be slippery and you can lose control. When you're not driving on dirt, slow down, will ya? Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
What a mark. Thanks, Maisie. Milford knows it's important to have strong eyes to see the ball. How do you keep your eyes so strong? You get strong, healthy eyes by blowing your nose and washing your face whenever it's dirty.
True.
Yeah, it makes you look really sharp and it stops trachoma.
Wait, what's trachoma?
Trachoma makes your eyes sick. It's caused by germs and the muck in your eyes and snot in your nose.
So it's easy to stop trachoma. I just have to keep my face clean.
That's right.
So remember, clean faces, strong eyes.
ICTV. Doing our way. Our way. Our way. Doing our way.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Hey, is that Milpa, the trachoma goanna?
Yeah, it is.
Milpa is back, checking that we are still cleaning our faces so we have strong eyes.
If we have sharp vision, then we can pass the ball properly and kick great goals in footy.
That's why cleaning your faces whenever it's dirty is important.
We can also help little kids blow their noses and wash their faces to stop trachoma germs spreading.
That's right, we have to look out for each other, just like we do on the football field.
So remember kids, clean faces, strong eyes.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Bachelor Institute. Enrolments for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Bachelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
ICTV and you're watching the 2019 AFL Central Australia Premier League preliminary final. It's half time in the game between the two great rivals. Pioneer leading 8-7-55 to South 4-8-32, so that margin is 23 points. The lead for the Eagles, they led by 2 points at quarter time, adding 4 goals, 3 in that second term. while South added 1 goal 6. That inaccuracy or maybe pressure, might have been a couple rushed in amongst it, but that might tell a little bit of a tale, Sean Cusack.
Yeah, they at the moment, South just don't look settled, I think. Look, they've had a bit of time now. They've had 2 quarters to sort out what the best solution is, and then to come out in the second half and put things together. But on the other hand, Pioneers have been great. They've been consistent, and they probably had a better quarter, and that's in the second quarter than the first. They have a plan, and you can see it. Sean Foster's being used more times than most. When they bring the ball through the middle of the ground, they'll go wide to him all the time. They hit up, they go directly to their forwards, to White especially, is the hit up forward, and they look for Foster as well.
Pioneer out on the ground, and South still in the change rooms, just
out.
Emerging now. So yeah, Darren Talbot, maybe some extra instructions to pass on to his troops. Plenty of time left, no need to panic, but if you looked up at 3/4 time and that margin was still 23 points, it'd be hard not to get a little bit panicky then.
Yeah, that's it, Stan. But the South Footy Club, over the last 2 years, they've had the players to do amazing things. So they've just got to bring it, and their better players have got to stand up.
No doubt they go into it as favourites, as the minor premiers, only losing 1 game in the minor round. So it'd be fair to say if Pioneer do get up, it would be an upset. While I've got a chance of cheerio to a South legend, Joey Hayes, bumped into him earlier in the week.
Yeah.
I reckon he'd be down around the sidelines there somewhere, but he'll be trying to catch a replay of this. And if you do, Joey, good luck. Hope the South boys live for you.
Yeah, that's it. Joey's been around the club for so many years, and
CAFL life member, probably games record holder. No one really knows because the records kept aren't great, and also a coach of great note as well.
And yeah, look, an absolute legend of the South Footy Club, and he's like an uncle or a dad figure down there, and a father figure, and people love him.
One thing we did talk about at half-time between ourselves, Sean, Shaney Miles getting a little bit of a cutout in the ruck today. Mitchell Martin's been good when he's come on.
Yeah, it's been really handy. It's good to see the big man get some respite during the game, because look, he just battles it out right throughout all 4 quarters. And it's good to see someone's there that today to relieve him.
Miles back out there as the number 1 option at the start of the second half, up against Michael Tilmouth. Turner tried to tap it sideways, but Luke Adams onto that. His kick went about 5 metres forward, probably higher than long. The umpire reckons 15 because he's paid the mark to Albert Bailey. Bailey will go long inside 50. Matt Campbell will have to jump from behind. Dustin Briscoe stood his ground, didn't hold on to the mark, so they're under a little bit of pressure. Briscoe in there, thought about a handball, changed his mind. A kick out in front of Darren Abbott, and Abbott will have to kick to a 1-on-1, but Bradley Turner found a little bit of space on Colin Bishop.
Yeah, they've started off a little bit more run. Andy now spills the ball, goes back to Lake. Lake chips it over to looking for Foster, but Turner will intercept and take the mark. Kicks it towards the middle of the ground. He's got Robbie Smith. Smith now is missing his brother today in Reggie. I'm not sure what's happening with Reggie Smith. But anyway, ball gets kicked to half forward. Martin takes a ripper. The young man kicks it to Stafford at half forward. Stafford plays on. Oh, maybe should have went back, but looking for Jarrah. Jarrah, play on. The umpire's called play on. Sortino, great tackle. Gives it off to Savalas now.
Savalas seen from half-back, kicks into the centre, taken on the bounce by Dallas Scobie. If he looked forward, he wouldn't have seen too much. He looked out wide, though, and found Kylan Bishop. He's marked and got the footy just backward to centre wing. Sean Foster offers a lead at the wing, and Bishop obliges with the pass over to Foster. Foster will chip another one over the top. Oh, that one misdirected. Darren Abbott there to intercept for South. Little switch of play. Well, he thought about it initially, then changed his mind. He's been called to play on. Has to loop a handball over the top for Dustin Oliver. Under pressure here. The Eagles get it. Ethan Little slams it onto the boot. It bounces inside the Pioneer, attacking 50. Arnold Woodbury there first. Tossed it away when tackled by Coleman. In there on hands and knees, big Willie Foster. Woodbury there as well for South. The ball comes out to Brendan Pearce. One way, then the other. Handball back for Dan Myers under a ton of pressure. Campbell picks up the crumbs, holding the
he's
ball.
played on.
Advantage given. Campbell should run in and kick a goal. He gets around the man in the goal square and puts it through. Pioneer had the first of the second half.
Yeah, good goal there by Campbell. Really good effort there. Good play by Pioneers. It all started from half back. Had a win back there, Lockie Lake. Then they moved the ball footy through the middle of the ground, and yeah, good effort there to finish off by Campbell.
Probably did it with pressure on 3 separate occasions. That one initially you talked about. Then there was another contest just outside the attacking 50 when Little then pumped it back in.
It's just that niggling pressure, and Darren Abbott, normally he'd just go back, relax and kick the footy. It looked like he played on and then sort of got stuck then when the pressure came. So just sort of, just maybe panicking a little bit. Maybe scoreboard might have something to do with it. Ball up in the middle of the ground. Turner's in there. Good play there by Big Miles. Shane Miles tries to pick up the footy. Good play there by young Martin. He's in there as well. Now Robbie Smith's in there. Good play by Pioneer. Savalas now gets it on the wing. Kicks it. Gets a free kick. It'll go towards Foster.
Oh, that might be 50 from there now.
There's a bit going on.
Yep, it is.
Oh, it's a 50.
Now, I wasn't so sure about the free kick being played upfield. I thought it was sort of simultaneous contact, but with what happened afterwards, the 50 was going to come.
Yeah, that's it. And maybe the scoreboard pressure is starting to kick in for the South Footy Club.
Oh, this will put the lead out to almost 6 goals. No problems there for Sean Foster. A couple of quick goals to start the second half for Pioneer. They might already have a match-winning lead, even though the quarter's only 4 minutes old.
And Foster, he's been on fire today, Sean. Good goal there. Midfielders, they're small running players, are just getting on top with for the Pioneer Footy Club. Probably Turner needs to lift, and Nathan Smith. But it's not lift in a big way where they've got to take the game on by themselves. It's just actually doing the little things. Pioneers have been great at it.
10-7-67, 4-8-32, a 35-point margin on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
Turner goes up against Miles. Turner wins it this time, gets it moving the South Footy Club way. Narrow Smith's got time now. He goes back into the Pioneer player though. Cross goals.
Oh,
this would be dangerous. Dylan Ellis has got it though. Gives it off to Bradley Turner. Turner now, short pass into the forwards. Stafford's in there. So is Peckham. Good play there by Lake just to harass. Oh, Tyson Woods gives it off to Gorry. Gorry has a shot on goal. It's just offline. Better play by the South Football Club though.
It's their first score of the second half. 4-9-33. Pioneer are 10-7-67. So the Eagles have kicked 2 goals in the term. Henry Peckham to take the kick in. Lachlan Lake offers the lead short and straight up the middle. And Henry Peckham hits the fella from Tennant Creek right on the chest. Colin Bishop wanted it deep in the scoreboard back pocket. Lake ignores that and goes long to the back flank. Or Michael Tilmouth Turner in the box seat waiting for this one. Shane Miles, some good pressure, so no mark. Tilmouth Turner's recovery good. Handball to Gorey. Gorey off by hand to Abbott, who spears a pass low to Tyson Woods, who drops down on one knee to take the mark on the chest, 50 out from goal.
Yeah, another good young player.
Something South have got up their sleeve. He hasn't done a lot today, but there wouldn't be too many games where he hasn't done anything over 4 quarters.
That's it. They've got to come up at some point of the game. Has a shot on goal. Stafford's got the set.
Yeah.
Takes a grab in the square. And good effort there by Woods just to get it into that dangerous spot. Stafford, an easy one for the big guy.
A much needed goal for the Roos. I'd venture to say if Pioneer had kicked the next one, a margin of 7 goals probably out of reach.
Yeah.
Even at this early stage of the third term.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a steadier for the Roos. Stafford, one of the Minahan medalists from 2018.
Yes, him and Tosh Kunoff for the Rovers Footy Club. Tosh is actually down on the boundary line today.
10-7-67 Pioneer, South 5-9-39. 16 minutes to go in the third term on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. The preliminary final coming to you live from Traeger Park on ICTV. Tilmouth Turner versus Miles in the ruck. Two about Turner starting, maybe get on top there, tapped it forward. Luke Adams gains some ground for Pioneer. Little kick rolls out towards the wing on the grandstand side. Ethan Little in the front position, taken to ground by Nathan Smith. The umpire deemed it to be a hold. I'll leave that for you to decide as a viewer. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other for me. Short pass out wide to Kane Savalas Seaton. He'll go short and wider still to Albert Bailey. A little bit of tempo footy now, slowing it down. Pioneer, short pass from Bailey to Matt Campbell.
Look, this is what they did against Federals as well. They didn't rush it. They kicked to targets.
Like
they
Darryl
go to
White.
White, flies for it. Ball goes at the back. Good play by Woodbury. Ball goes in front though to Scobie. Dallas Scobie has a shot. Nice goal by Scobie. He's got a big grand final too tomorrow to play.
Couple of players out there.
Gingies.
Jamal Lynch be another one out there that'll be playing tomorrow for Gingies. Jackson Cobb.
Yep. Dylan Ellis is out there.
He is. That might be a factor we take into account tomorrow on ICTV. Pioneer seem to have the answers here for South. They haven't had all year. 3 previous meetings, they've lost them all. The closest they got was 21 points. Right now, they find themselves 34 points in front, 11-7 to 5-9.
All up in the middle of the ground. Miles flies by himself that time. Gets it down, but it goes towards the South players. Stafford kicks it to half forward. He's looking for Turner. Lake spoils. Turner now gathers the footy on the ground. Good tackle there by Lake. Gives it to Jarrah. Jarrah now spears the footy down to Gorry. Gorry's got a bit of space and time. If he gets past Peckham, yes he does. Kicks truly. Good effort there by Jarrah and Turner. And a good kick by Gorry to finish it off.
3 of their more experienced players. South get another one just when they need it. Things are hotting up here at Traeger Park. Goal for goal stuff now in the 3rd term. It's opened up a little bit both ways.
Yeah, and I think when the tempo rises, South to sort of play at that high tempo, but when Pioneers get it, they seem to slow it down.
13.5 minutes to go, 3rd term. Pioneer 11-7-73, South 6-9-45. Bachelor Institute scoreboard. Daniel Stafford back into the ruck now for South, up against Shaney Miles. Miles probably had the better of that, down to Matt Campbell. Managed to squeeze a little kick out of the back. Packet bounces towards centre half forward, taken by Tyrell Martin. One bounce, then through an intended tackler. A handball over the top for Desmond Nandy. Nandy kicks it low and hard inside 50. Gorey comes out, can't take the half volley. Jackson Cole gets rid of him. Sortino picks up the footy, sends it back into the centre, but Stafford stands tall to take the mark for the Roos.
Well, he's got a couple of players that he could kick to. He's got a big kick. I'm not sure what that was.
Top.
Goes towards Peckham. Peckham Turner's in there, goes hard at the footy. Gets it, gathers, kicks the Gorry over the back again. Pepperell's there. Pepperell's got one. He's in trouble. Great effort though by that player. Gives it off to Cole. Cole though, missed kicks. Goes towards Turner. Turner now drills it in. But Cole, fantastic. He's done it all year. Cuts it off. Kicks it across to Savalas.
Intercept footy all round at the moment. Well done, Jackson Cole. Kate Savalas Seaton with the footy. He's going to waste a little bit of time here and go backwards with the kick to Richard Pepperell. Now Pepperell will come forward and pass to Matt Campbell, who marks only about 4 or 5 metres further forward than where Kane Savalas Seaton was a couple of possessions away. Another short pass to Sortino at centre half back, retaining possession. Kick it in the middle, good to Patrick Coleman. His brother Bronson Plummer started to run for him on the Gap Road side wing, changed his mind. Coleman goes straight down the middle, through the hands of Darryl White. Dallas Scobie, slick hands to Foster. A free kick advantage given. Foster from 30 out, goes towards goal and kicks another one. Pioneer on a roll. I think the advantage could just be let go anyway, because I think that's what was going to happen in the natural course of things.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, debatable the free kick, but you know, you're in front position. The backman's got no other choice though to really go for it. And fantastic play by Pioneers. You know, there's one thing that they've been good at today: their hit ups, their willingness to just hit up at the footy all day, and the player actually kicking it to them has given it to them. You know, it's been good team footy.
There's a rumble in the background as the Red Centre Nats cars parade down Gap Road. There's a bit of a rumble out there on the footy field too. Pioneer, 34-point leaders over South in the preliminary final. Tilmouth turn a little tap down, then he does some roving. The kick off the side of the left boot. Bounces out towards the grandstand side wing. Tyrell Martin wins the foot race. Some good shepherding by Desmond Nandy gives Martin more time. Another shepherd from Darren Abbott. Martin's kick towards the attacking 50 to Reece Sator there. Left it for Daniel Stafford. Stafford tapping it towards the boundary line. Pressure coming from Pepperell. Stafford back in on hands and knees. Gets the footy out of the pack. They can't break away from it. Abbott tries to bust out of the tackle now. Pepperell clings onto him. What's the umpire going to do here? Holding the ball.
It's tough stuff in there. Good effort there by Pepperell.
He's done a couple of good things late in this term.
Yeah, he has. Goes towards Bruce. Bruce now's got one. Oh, good tough stuff there by the players. Good effort. Ball goes out of bounds. Both teams going hard, putting their body over the footy.
Gee, that last goal by Sean Foster, he's third. What a game.
Yeah, you could see the lead up at him last week. He was fantastic. And today he's just gone on, you know. Ruckman, Stafford wins it. Pioneers players there though in Pepperell. Pepperell gets tackled. Not sure what the umpire's going to do there. Lake now gathers, gets around his player, kicks it towards the wing. Tilmouth Turner's all by himself. He's got Ellis there if he wants him. He's also got Turner over the back if he wants him. Goes short. Finds Alice. Alice now chips it up. He's going to go for Turner. Turner at the back. Ball goes to round. Bailey's there. Good pressure by Bailey. He's pushing him out. Further out from his forward line. Turner now gets around. Kicks it into the forward line. Good mark almost by Kavanagh. Kavanagh's got a bit of work because Cole's in there. And so is Plummer. Plummer gives it back to Cole. Dylan Ellis works really hard. Great tackle there by Cole. Players, well done by Pioneers. They're working it out. Plummer now gives a handball over the Little. Little now on the wing. Goes towards Luke Adams. Good spoil there by the South defence. Plummer follows up his great work. Gives it out to Adams. Adams now, he's just got to gather. Kicks it inside 50, looking for White. White flies. Oh, he's dropped it. Oh,
free kick.
Free kick.
Front on contact in the marking contest.
Wow.
I think the umpie's got that one right.
White just putting himself in the great spots and drawing free kicks.
What a passage of play. Bronson Plummer on the far side wing.
Yeah, that's it. He just followed up.
Short pass here. Over to Lukey Adams, a little bit closer to goal. Again, a cool head, the experienced players.
Oh, mate, yeah. Like, just playing in front and, you know, using the body and, you know, knowing their limits, you know.
If he kicks this, South are going to have to produce one of the greatest all-time comebacks in CAFL history to sneak out of this.
It's going to be hard for him now, especially if Adams kicks this goal, Stan.
I don't think anyone 3 weeks ago would have even contemplated them being out in straight sets. Luke Adams goes towards goal for Pioneer, but it's offline through from behind. South supporters, a sigh of relief.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're a South supporter, you would be thinking that was the point. Now South get the footy down the middle of the ground. It's probably the best way to go right now. Now Briscoe, Sheldon Briscoe this is, kicks it long. He's got Martin there by himself. Good mark. Takes it, plays on around his player. Kicks it to full forward, but it's all Pioneers, and Williams takes a good mark in defence.
They're running for him on the grandstand side. Francis Bruce the target. Kick placed to perfection for Bruce to take the mark on the chest. He'll go short over to Sortino. He's now got it on the half-back flank. Sortino kicks looking for Sean Foster. Recovery pretty good after the marking contest. Going in hard, Robbie Smith. Patrick Coleman, nice pickup. Handball to Foster. Foster the handball to Dale Campbell. He handballs back towards Foster. Presence of mind to tap it further forward. Knew he was under the pump. Slick hands there from Ethan Little, just missed the target. And now Tyrell Martin away for South. Oh, terrific tackle, Savalas Seaton. Swung him in a 360, holding the ball.
Yeah, good tackle there by Savalas. I think, you know, the young fella tried to, you know, do a little bit of a swerve around him, but, you know, Kane Savalas Seaton, quality player. Kicks it now, looking for Lake. Lake takes it at half forward for Pioneers. Now, where will they go? I reckon they'll go to White or they'll go to Foster. They go to White. White now has got two to beat. Oh, big fly at the back by Nandy. Ball goes out the back. Nandy and Miles is in there. Ball's on the ground. Foster's in there. He gathers. If he gets a handball out, it could be dangerous. Good tackling, though, by the South players. Little's in there. Oh, well done by Sheldon Briscoe now. Relieves for the South Footy Club.
Bit of dash out of defence by Briscoe. Kicks into the middle. Jarrah, long way up from goal. Couldn't take the mark. Two ex-AFL players there. Campbell putting the pressure on. The handball's gone to Dale Campbell. Little kick with the outside of the boot. Patrick Coleman up high. Mark not paid. Didn't go to the required 15. Back to Campbell. Campbell, a little floater inside 50 now for the Eagles. Ethan Little looking for a favourable bounce. Tapped it out, but past Adams. And now it's been cleaned up by South. They'll get it out towards the wing. One-on-one battle out there. Lachlan Lake, Bradley Turner. Turner wins it with a clever little toe poke. Then he picks up on the half-forward flank. Gets around the oncoming tackler. Draws one. Pops a handball over the top. Derice Sator, 49 metres out. Goes long towards goal. Stafford waits. It drifts wide. They wait on the goal umpire. Goal!
Wow.
The Roos get one they needed. Derice Sator, the goal kicker.
Wow. Great effort there by the Kangaroos. Bradley Turner in particular. Got around his opponent, but well done by Lake. I mean, Lake's given away a little bit of pace on Turner. Good effort there by Derice Satura as well, just to finish off. Full of run there, the Roos. Pioneers at the moment making some changes. Little's come off for a well-deserved break. Little, he's been awesome today. But the player that replaces him is Bishop, who's also been good as well.
29-point lead to Pioneer on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. 4.5 minutes to go in the third term. I guess you look at that and you say, well, it's still doable. South can't make many mistakes from here on in.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, they've got the players to do it. But you know, it's up to them to have a real crack, and they've got a little bit of momentum now. So we'll see what happens. Ball up in the middle of the ground. Big Milesy gets it to Adams. Adams just didn't take it, but Campbell kicks it down to White. Look at White again, takes a really good mark. That contest is really, really important.
Just wondering who was standing him there. Maybe Desmond Nandy, because Dustin Briscoe was a long way forward of that and back his back.
Dustin Briscoe's got the job on him now, but Mikey Tillmouth Turner did a fantastic job in the first half on him. White now.
Oh, look at that.
Kicks through the footy, and they get another one, the Eagles.
Every time South come at them, Pioneer respond. This from a team that only won 3 minor round games. They now look like they're marching towards a grand final berth.
Yeah, absolutely. And the players, you know, they've got all their players on the park for the main bit of the season, and it looks a really good side, and they're very structured. They know where to kick the footy, and they know what to do when they get it, and they don't panic, which has been fantastic. It's one of the things that I've seen today.
3 minutes to go, third term. It's funny, I looked at the scoreboard after that last South goal and thought, oh, they're still close enough. And suddenly I look again, I think, I don't know if they can.
Yeah.
So handball forward in South's direction. Able to get it is Kavanagh, kicks into the forward pocket. They need to make the most of everything. Thomas Gorey can't mark. Stafford comes out to meet it, picking it up. Jackson Cole. Stafford applies the tackle. Don't think there was much prior opportunity there.
No.
The umpire doesn't either, and we'll get a ball up. Is there a free kick after a little bit of rough treatment? Looks like Jackson Cole's going to get a free kick. And look, the rub of the green and the discipline department's gone against South a couple of times.
Yeah, it has. It has. It definitely has. Ball now, kicked by Cole. Mikey Turner Tillmouth's there. So is Nandy. Nandy now gets it at the back of the pack for South. Kicks it to that's Pierce. Pierce now gets it in long. He's looking for Gorey. Free kick.
Out in front of this, Sortino and Jarrah are having a little bit of a marking wrestling contest.
Yeah,
Notice Mitchell Martin's gone out there he was going with Thomas Gorey on that lead that
he's
time.
got Gorey now, and Sortino's got Jarrah, and
Sortino sounds like he should be playing for Real Madrid.
Yes. Oh, dangerous kick now. Tyson Woods, danger man, gets the footy, has a shot. I'm not sure. The kick just was a bit offline there by Sortino, and Woods, danger man, gets in there and kicks a goal.
Well, that could be a critical moment in the game. Just before 3/4 time, again you look up there and think, oh, South just hanging in there maybe. 8-9-57, Pioneer 13-8-86. 29 points of difference on the Bachelor Institute scoreboard. Still a minute to go in this third term.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quick centre clearance and a mark inside 50 could mean a lot either way. So Tilmouth Turner to ruck against Shaney Miles.
Ball up in the middle of the ground. Big men go at it. Good work there by Miles that time. Now South get it at the back. It's Nandy. Oh, it's Woods, the goal kicker. Woods now kicks it up to the half-forward line, looking for Satua. Satua does well to trap the footy. He's going towards the boundary. Ball goes out of bounds in front of the grandstand here at Traeger Park.
Bronson Plummer right under East Satua's hammer.
Yeah, how good is he? How good was he? Bronson Plummer.
Been a revelation here in this final series. Boundary throw in. Dustin Briscoe Tilmouth Turner front position. A little tap over the shoulder went to Savala Seed, the Pioneer. He gave it to Matt Campbell, who twisted and turned, then kicked to the half-forward flank, waiting for the crumbs, Patrick Coleman. Bishop wanting the handball, Coleman to go the kick, looking for Darryl White. He didn't have enough on it. Dustin Briscoe there to take the mark for South. He'll clear off half-back as the three-quarter time siren sounds. And Pioneer leading by 29 points, 13-8-86. South 8-9-57, Bachelor Institute scoreboard. A quarter that was a little bit to and fro, Sean.
Yeah, that's it. South had their opportunities and they went up there and kicked a few goals at the end. But look, Pioneers played brilliantly today. They played calm and used the ball really well. I just noticed in that last ball up from the boundary there, in that last, they just read the ball really well off the ruck contest. You know, Kane Savalas, Matt Campbell, all of these sort of players, they've been really good today. Look, South, they've just got to stay at it, because we do know they've got the players there, but it's just a matter if they just want to hang in the contest, get their head over the footy and win some free kicks.
Right up against it, the minor Premier South in the preliminary final. They're trailing by 29 points at the final break. Is a big comeback on the cards. Stay tuned to ICTV. That's the only way you'll find out. We'll be back soon.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting.
What for?
For big orally. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water, it's more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen, you can hear the sound. Go and hunt for lake and save the precious water in your community. We finally get you to the lake. Either we can turn it off or go and find the right person if it's bad.
I love hunting for bush tucker. I back and hunt for links too.
And you can do it too and save the precious water for your community.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
On territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
Your eyes are really, really important. They help you see your friends, football, and your family. Trachoma is a disease that can really hurt your eyes, and you can even go blind. Lucky, it's easy to stop by keeping your face clean, blowing your nose, and washing your hands, you keep your eyes healthy and strong. And remember,
If your face is dirty, wash it.
clean faces, strong eyes.
Many remote communities are running low on water. Water is precious in our community.
Hey, what are you doing? Just filled up the dog bowl. What are you doing?
I'm going shopping.
Oh, cool. I'll come with you.
Hey, you left the water running. The water's going everywhere, doing nothing. That's a waste. It's all drying up. You need to remember to turn off the outside taps. What can I do to help protect the water? Yep, never walk away from a flowing tap. Always turn it off.
Batchelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Batchelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
ICTV, showing our way.
Telecast of this game is proudly supported by Batchelor Institute. Enrolments for all courses in 2020 are opening soon. Batchelor Institute, supporting your football and your education.
Welcome back to ICTV's coverage of local football in Central Australia. About to start the final term of the preliminary final of the Premier League. This telecast brought to you by the Batchelor Institute, and a big thank you to Yipperinya, who are on board with the sponsorship support as well. Yipperinya, the premier shopping centre in town.
Yes, it's hello to Nicole Walsh and Owen Cole from Yipperinya.
And the latter will be pretty interested in what's going on out here too.
Yeah, I reckon Owen would be president. He's the president of the Pioneers. And his son Jackson's playing another big game. So,
tell you what, the wise heads on the sidelines, Woe Foster, Roy Arbin, Lance White, they might have pulled off a bit of a coup here. Yeah. This will be an upset, and every place looking a winner at the moment for Pioneer. South, a lot of work to do in this final term, trying to come from 29 points down at the final break to claim a grand final berth against Rovers next week. They were the minor premiers. Up for grabs in the middle of the ground. Centre clearances early in this final term will be important. There's a mad scrap for this one. Tillmouth turn it. Handballs it forward and out wide. Darren Abbott gathers on the half-forward flank. Runs to within about 60 a goal. Speared the pass low. Jackson Cole, great defence again. Abbott follows up with the crumbs. The handball to Bradley Turner. Turner's kick partly smothered by Bronson Plummer. Liam Jurra out after it into the forward pocket. Three Eagles dive in over the top of him. They hold the footy up. We'll get a ball up just out from the south goal.
Yeah, promising start there by the South Footy Club. The ball's in the forward line. Let's see what happens. Stafford flies, gets it down to Satua. Stewart gets caught with a good play there by Pioneers. Lake now gets it out wide, looking for Pepperell. Ball's running. Pepperell's got it. Good play there by Pepperell. Good play by Satua. Ball's on the ground. Not sure who's down there at the moment. Looks like it's going to go at the ball. Wow, Pepperell gets a free kick. Interesting one. But anyways, Pioneers get it. Kicks it towards Foster. Oh. Good fly there by the South player in that player in Lynch. Lynch hasn't had too bad of game today. He's had to play really defensively, and it looks like he's got the job on Sean Foster now.
Boundary throw in on the Gap Road side wing. And plenty of action for the Revheads over that side of the ground in the last 5-10 minutes. Red Centre Nats parade on. Plenty of action here at Traeger Parkers. Luke Adams picks up the footy on the wing. Nice pass forward. Patrick Coleman takes the mark on the chest. Dallas Scobie running forward for him. The pass towards Scobie. Couldn't handle the half volley. Now a little bit of a foot race on. Oh, the South player went to ground as he got the handball away to Dustin Briscoe, but it was very good. Well done, Arnold Woodbury. Briscoe kicks to the back flank. Nice gather, Bradley Turner, who arches his back, speeds off and kicks to Desmond Nandy, who's marked just backward of the centre circle.
Yeah, Nandy now, he's got Smith. Robert Smith's got a little bit of time. What's he going to do with the footy? Kicks it up high. Looking for Satua. It's probably not the best kick for Satua because he's got Lake on him. Anyway, the ball goes out the back to Sortino, Sortino goes towards the boundary. Good play there by Woods, but the ball beats him and goes out of bounds. Sortino, fantastic effort.
Again, Liam Jarrah pulled up a little bit proppy from that contest.
Yeah, he's not running free. Anyways, ruck contest. Stafford wins it forward. Abbott's onto it. He's running. He's into the square. Can he get the goal?
Yes.
Great individual effort by Darren Abbott. Well done. Good play by South.
Captain's goal.
He's coming off. Oh, I don't think I'd be bringing him off.
No.
I'd leave him on now.
I wouldn't have him off for one single second.
Put him in the half-back line or put him in the back pocket if you want to break him. I'd leave him on.
South really needed to kick the first goal of this final term to stay in the contest. That's what they've done. 9-9-63, Pioneer 13-8-86. The margin now 23 points, back to what it was at half-time.
Well, that's what we always say, Stan. If they can kick back-to-back goals and keep backing it up, well, they may be a chance here.
Centre clearance is vital. 19 and a half minutes to go. Still plenty of time for the Roos. Rovers sitting back and waiting. They probably hope that this game it tightens up even further.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely work out of the ruck. Tilmouth Turner. Kick goes inside 50 for the Roos. Bouncing footy. Gorey tries to control it. Tried to duck through. The tackle applied by Cole. Two of them wrapped him up. No prior opportunity. We'll get a ball up. That play out of the middle by Brendan Pearce was spectacular.
Yeah, really good play. Good ruck work there to get it to him. And they're in the forward line now. Ball now, Smith, late, goes towards the ground. Woods is in there, has a shot. Just kicks the ball in off the air, out of the air. And goes offline.
May have had a little bit more time to grab that, but then that could be the voice around as well. Plenty of pressure down there.
And I don't mind what Gorey's doing, like he's leading up, he's providing an option. And the best outcome would have been where he just held that footy up.
You get the feeling that South are starting to surge. Kick in is dangerous. There's Woods, tight in the forward pocket. He opens up the egg. Oh, beautiful pass to Gorey. Right in front of the eyes. Gorey will go back and line up from only 20 metres out directly in front. Couple of quick goals to start the final term.
Stan, what I was impressed with there, you know, like just that composure. You know, young fellas would have just slammed it on the boot and had a shot. He kicked to his forward. Gorey now. He's kicked it.
Goal umpire made a little bit of ground to his left, but then he goes back into the centre, 2 fingers, and South are now surging.
There's back-to-back goals too.
10-10-70, only 16 points behind Pioneer, 13-8-86 Bachelor Institute scoreboard.
Wow, that ruck in the ruck there. Mikey Turner, brilliant tap there to Pearce, who ran it through the midfield. Big Shaney Miles still in the ruck, doing a fantastic job, which he has done all season. It could go either way. This ruck contest is so important.
I don't think he'll have to do it all because Mitchell's gone back onto Stafford.
It's South one player down, 2 in their forward line. Or are they? No, Derice Satua's up on the 50 line. Anyways, back to the game. Ball in the middle of the half forward line for Pioneers. Matt Campbell's in there. Savala Seaton's in there as well. Gets the kick out. Ball there. Bailey's in there. He's fighting hard for the footy. So is Pearce. Woodbury's in there as well. Matt Campbell. Woodbury. Good effort there by both teams. Matt Campbell gets it out. Briscoe's in front of White, takes a mark. It was a juggling one.
We wouldn't have wanted that one to hit the carpet. Now he's got Dylan Ellis loose on that far side wing. Ellis can nearly go the whole way, chooses not to. Passes low and hard to Derice Sator. Sator now kicks inside 50, and the chest mark being taken by Tyson Woods.
And Derice Sator was a player that was sitting on that 50 by himself.
Kick to the top of the goal square. Cole got a fist on it. The footy off hands towards the boundary line. Deep in the snake pit pocket. Robbie Smith goes to ground. Cole picks up. Couldn't break through the tackle. Did get boot the ball. Sent it out towards the defensive 50. Sator there. Handball to Tilmouth Turner. Sortino's tackle. Tilmouth Turner handball to Sator. Stafford dives low. Tried to claim it. Play on the call. Savala Seaton up to the turf. Now Stafford with it. Snaps around the body with the right boot. Jarrett's there. Oh, can he hold on? Or was he held? I think he's going to get a free kick for being held.
Hanley, Mums Hanley,
Derice.
But
big kick here for Jarrah.
Derice was fantastic in those last 2 minutes.
Jarrah opens the angle, snaps around the body with the right boot. He's kicked 3, and South are now right back in the preliminary final. They've got it just back to 10 points.
Yeah, good effort there by the South forwards. They changed that up there. They did something to force the Pioneers players sort of to sit back into that spot or go make a decision to go up or pick Doris up, Doris Satua, and Doris got the kick over there, the first one, and then he kind of came across and helped again. He's using his speed, which is fantastic. That's what they need to do.
Big comeback by South. They were 35 points down midway through the third term.
Oh, could you imagine if they pulled this off?
It's only 10 points of difference now. What was a comfortable lead, now one that you would be nervous about.
Matt Campbell and Luke Adams need to get their hand on the footy here. Bailey. Ball goes out the back. Kavanagh gets it. He's fresh. He's been up in the forward line all day. Now Turner's got it. Chips it over. Looking for Robbie Smith. Good play there by the Pioneers defence. I think
over the shoulder.
Williams might have just over defended maybe, but I didn't think there was too much in it. Anyway, Stafford gets it now on 50. Big man can kick a long way. He's got Jarrah there. If he wants him, but
been going with his left all day, Stafford. There's something wrong with that right knee.
As the camera probably picks up, look how many Pioneer players are in there. Short pass, Gorry. That's probably the first time he's got away from Jackson Cole too.
He still wasn't very far away from him either.
No, absolutely. I'll tell you the player that you wouldn't want to, be a forward and pick, play on, and that's probably Jackson Cole, because he's just so quick and he competes. So to get a kick like this, it's a big one.
And you wouldn't want it in anyone else's hands. Thomas Gorey, if you're a South supporter. He's a great kick for goal. There's no exception there. He's put it through. There's less than one straight kick in this. South is storming home in the preliminary final. 4 goals to Gorey.
Wow.
Well, what a turnaround.
Stand on. Would you have picked that?
Not in a fit. Pioneer looked like they had all the answers. South came at them a few times over the first 3 terms. Each time they did, Pioneer picked them off with a couple of goals.
Yeah.
But they've had no answer in this final term. South have kicked 4-1 and Pioneer scoreless in this final term.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, Stan, you need to get Ethan Little back into the play, back into that midfield group, and it may be even a thing where to get Kane Savalas into that midfield group as well.
Still 13 minutes left in the final term.
Yeah. Rucks go at it. Stafford wins it, gets it towards Abbott. Abbott now Campbell. Player we've been talking about. Campbell now gets the kick back into the middle of the ground. Savalas flies high. Turner's in there for South. Turner gathers the footy, gets around one player. Pioneers just unable to get a hold of him. Here is Satua. Satua kicks it towards Tilmouth. Oh, young fella Martin gets it. Kicks it towards Jackson Cole. Pioneers relieve. Williams gets a big kick out, looking for the Campbell.
Desperate stuff. Centre half back here for the Eagles. Abbott received the handball. Kicks inside 50 and he finds Tyson Woods, who marks on the chest within goal kicking range. Good footy. Narrow Smith involved with that passage of play.
Yeah, Satua, Woods starting to get a bit of the footy now.
Chance to put South in front.
Wow.
We've had, 12 minutes of play in this term. They were 29 points down at 3/4 time. And now the Roos are in front. Tyson Woods has kicked the goal. And South have taken the lead.
Wow. I wouldn't have picked that. Unbelievable. But we've said, Roos, if they get that opportunity, they get that sniff, they can kick multiple goals really quickly because of the players that got up forward. But the interesting thing about this, Stan, it's been their small forwards. It's been the Tyson Woods, it's been Doris Satua's. Thomas Gorry also is presenting quite well as well.
What did Darren Talbot put in the water at 3/4 time?
Oh, he must have said something. Oh, I can hear him down there too.
Had Pioneer got an answer, they have not scored in this final term. South have rattled on. 5 goals won in 13 minutes of footy.
Yeah, this will be really interesting, this one. Pioneers win it out this time. Nathan Smith's got the runner play though. Narrows gives it. Sean Foster. Here goes Little. Little now on 50. Has a shot. What's he done with it? Oh, he's just online.
That's their first score of the term. And 1 point the difference.
Wow.
10.5 minutes to go. Briscoe short kick into the scoreboard, back pocket to get the footy to Daniel Myers. Too early to be slowing things down.
Yes, yep, definitely.
Myers goes long and high. That is very high. Dale Campbell waits underneath it. There was a massive jump from behind by Tyson Woods. Crumbs to Martin, who gives the handball to Woods, and now he's away on the Gap Road side wing. One bounce, a bit of a wobbly kick off the boot, but he's still got it to Dylan Ellis. Ellis goes long, inside 50. Liam Jarrah out in front, looking for the free kick. Nothing from the umpire. Comes to Bradley Turner, bumped by Jackson Cole, just as he got boot the ball. Out of bounds on the full. Great defence by Cole.
1%ers just got a body on him. The other thing important about that play was Turner had two South blokes running into the square. So it was so good that for Pioneers that Jackson Cole got that body on him. He's pushing Cole back a bit. Turner's on the mark. Savalas is there if Cole wants him. He'll go to him now. Oh no, he's going to Sortino. Sortino now. He's got a little bit of time. Kicks it, looking for the veteran, Luke Adams. Good mark. Kicks it along the line. Looking for Lake. Lake's got the footy now. Briscoe's on him. Good play. Now Ellis has got the run of play. Plummer's in there. Matt Campbell's in there. Ball's not out of bounds yet. Now it is.
Line ball decision, boundary umpire right on the spot, the young lady. 1 point the difference, South leading Pioneer. 8 3/4 minutes left in the 2019
1 point
Premier League preliminary final. Didn't look like it was going to be close just at 3/4 time, but South have come with a rush in this term. Matt Campbell got it after the ruck contest, inside 50, but Jamal Lynch takes the mark for the Roos, and now they're going to run it out of the back line.
Watch the bounce.
Little kick over the front for Dustin Oliver. Took it, evaded the attempted tackle by Dallas Scobie. Kick is high, under pressure. Mitchell Martin waited underneath it. I reckon it's a free kick upfield.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
A little bit of rough treatment from Dallas Scobie.
Yeah.
So Derice Sator with the free kick for South. That could prove to be vital. Little handball off to Stafford, who goes a torpedo. High and wide to the half-forward flank. Comes down with ice on it. Henry Peckham couldn't handle it. Desmond Nandy tracks it to the boundary line. Great tackle, Henry Peckham. Ball over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Henry Peckham, that's the fastest I've seen him. He went flat out then.
Had the little fumble with the high kick, but he wanted to make up for it.
Yeah, good play. Good work by Peckham.
Jarrah limping off for South.
Yeah, ball up. Mikey Turner goes straight towards Cole. Cole. Rogers goes, he gets wrapped up. Who's the umpire going to play the free kick to? Because there were two South players on him. Will they go to Turner?
Bradley Turner.
Or Mikey Turner Tillmouth.
Gee,
Bradley Turner.
Yeah, I think he's maybe the least likely, but the veteran, I'll have it. And normally a great kick too. This could be just about it. There is still 7 minutes left on the clock. This would break Pioneer hearts, you would think.
I think it's time to get young Sean Foster up back on that wing as well, or through the midfielder.
Bradley Turner shot at goal, starts at the post and swings just inside it. South have got themselves a 7-point lead in the preliminary final. Maybe the grand final berth is there after all.
Yeah, that's it. Good finish. They were gone, South. They were out of it. Actually,
no goal. It's been called a point.
Yep,
maybe it just shaved it. Pioneer now move it out through Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop's got it now.
The lead 2 points to South.
Bailey, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, turn. Pioneers now get an opportunity. The big guy. Martin kicks it long, looking for White at the back. Good spoil there by Myers. Pioneers players there. South player gets in there. I think that's Smith. Now the ball goes to Coleman. Coleman's now gives it back to Lake. Lake now, short pass, straight into Scobie.
Goodness gracious, we thought it was a goal up the other end.
Scobie goes in looking for Matt Campbell. Wow. I know there's still quite some time, but
big moment.
Footy.
Big moment, that one shaving the goalpost. I think that was what the ruling must have been. At one end of the ground, we thought South out to a 7-point lead. Now Matt Campbell can put Pioneer back in front.
Experience.
It is. Trusty left boot. He kicked many a goal from here when he was a youngster.
Goes through. Oh, looks offline.
Yeah,
He's pushed it to the left, Stan.
Sort of poked that a little bit.
Yeah.
No score. Gee, a point might have been handy too.
5
Margin
minutes to
2
go.
points. And a lot of mucking around here, getting the footy back, and the clock continues to tick. I think the footy we've seen throughout the final series, I think it's worthy of time on, Sean. I just hate seeing
No, I agree.
valuable playing time lost like this, particularly in a tight game.
Yeah,
Everything at stake.
Totally agree.
Briscoe's gone the torpedo, connected with it too. Out towards Michael Tilmouth, Turner, Woods from the side. Stafford gets the crumbs. Brushed off one tackle. The handball to Darren Abbott. Abbott tossed it away indiscriminately. Sheldon Briscoe on hands and knees. Tries to get it out to Sator. Clever little tap from him towards Alice. He runs into a fair bit of traffic. Bishop picks up. Slick hands to Williams. Bounces off one. Handball back to Bishop. It's frantic out there at the moment. They dive in over the top. The umpire's going to be holding the ball. It's going to be a South free.
Oh, I didn't even know
I didn't know it was underneath it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Big one.
Turner. Turner's got the footy. Kicks it. Oh, good play by Williams if he gets in there. He read that beautifully coming off half back. Now, Plummer's just got to gather it. South are on him. Smith gets a quick kick away.
Oh, they
Two
ran into
players
each other.
in there. Mikey Turner, Tilmouth. Ruck like a ruck rover picks it up. He's got Ellis now.
He'll do
approaching 50. We know what Ellis can do. He goes long. He kicks truly. Wow-wee.
Well, the Roos will be favourites to win it now. 3.5 minutes left on the clock, probably 3 minutes left by the time they go get the ball back to the middle. And Pioneer have got to kick 2 goals to get in front.
Yeah, and this is one of the things we mentioned last week.
What a turnaround.
Wasn't it? Just the time it takes to get the ball actually up. So
Bachelor Institute scoreboard. South 14-11-95, Pioneer 13-9-87. The lead 8 points. South were down by 29 at three-quarter time and as much as 35 during the third term. It's been a mighty comeback. It's going to take 2 quick ones from Pioneer. They need Mitchell Martin now in the ruck to get his hands on it. They need the centre clearance.
yeah, he needs to get that ball moving forward. I still reckon they
Still
should bring
time ticks away.
Sean Foster up into the play.
Clock stopped. No, no, I
it's
thought it
still
had
going.
for a sec. It's still ticking. And we're just waiting here. It might be Pioneer's mistake. Dale Campbell heads towards the wing. Bronson Plummer and then runs from the wing inside 50. So they might have cost themselves then.
Ball up in the middle of the ground. Good play there by Martin. Gets it moving forward.
Oh, good
Satua's
tackle
in there.
too.
Good tackle. Play on. Ball on the ground. Abbott at the back. Picks it up. Tilmouth Turner kicks it. Kicks it to his half forward. He's got Nandy. Ball goes over his head. Henry Peckham takes his eye off the footy there. Ball goes out the back. Gorry looking for Smith. Smith flies. Stafford. Chino has a snap on goal. Is it coming back? No.
Oh, 2 minutes left. Clock continues to tick. The Eagles need to get it back into play quickly. Luke Adams has it. No, it's Lachlan Lake, I think, in the defensive goal square. Lake will go long. Gap road side. He's looking for Sortino. Sortino's really got to mark this. Tyrell Martin waiting for the crumbs. Sortino has another go. Martin gets it slung in the tackle. Little handball to Smith. Oh, with the dummy.
Awesome
Ball knocked
effort.
out of his hands.
Cole.
Kylan Bishop. Handball to Dale Campbell. Back to Bishop. Bishop through traffic. Little kick forward was under pressure and it's been marked. On the wing by Dan Byers. He'll slow things down for South. That might do it yet.
Yeah, and he looked at the scoreboard too. Checked the time. Kicks to half forward. Cole's underneath it. So Stafford.
Oh, big
Stafford. Chino.
The Roos have got him. He'll milk the clock here.
Yeah, look, he'll just take his time.
I have to admit I'm old-fashioned. I miss the days of not knowing how much time left.
Yeah.
You just played it right till the bell.
Yeah, it's a bit of an advantage, isn't it?
We'll look up there now
Yeah.
and we go, should I slow it down? Is
Yeah.
there And Stafford's milked a fair bit of time there. He's probably got more than the 15 seconds that you get in the AFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's all academic now.
He's passed it off. Young Martin there.
Celebration time.
Wow.
Well, the Eagles fans must have thought there was a grand final just around the corner, only 20-odd minutes ago.
Yeah, what an amazing effort. Like, to be that far down and to come back like that, I mean, that's probably why they're been the best side in the competition this year.
It's one of the all-time great comebacks, I think, in CAFL history. Town or Bush. Tyrell Martin shoots for goal. It's the icing on the cake for the Roos. He's put it through for their 15th. And with 5 seconds left on the clock, they'll head to the grand final next week against the Double Blues.
Yeah, wow.
There's the bell.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What we've just seen here, it's that was just unbelievable.
Final score, South 15-12, 102 to Pioneer 13-9, 87. They kicked 7 goals, 3 in that final quarter and held Pioneer to just 1 point.
Yeah, and that's what they had to do. One team had to defend hard also, and then they had no choice. South, they had to do what they needed to do in that last quarter. Otherwise, it would have been all over.
Gee, it was just like the old days too. Pioneer were kicking towards their favourite end where their supporters are on the hill.
There might be something in that too.
South kicking towards the gap into the ground. It was always their favourite. Gee, a battle just like all the old classics from the past.
Yep.
Whenever they meet, we get something special. And this time, everything was at stake too. A grand final berth or the end of the season. The Eagles bow out. They can bow out holding their heads high. Their efforts over the last 2 weeks have probably indicated there's something on the horizon.
Look, how good was their finish to the season? Look, great effort. Like, from their coaching staff to the players they had available at the end of the year, they were almost in a grand final today.
And look, they're going to end up with 2 sides in grand finals too, 2 senior sides, because their reserves got up earlier today in another absolute nail-biter too.
Yes.
That went right down to the wire. A shot at goal for Rovers after the siren would have given them the game, but went through for a behind, and South got up by 4 points there, so they're into the reserves and Premier League grand final. That's a great boost for their footy club. Terrific game here. South 15-12, 102, 13-9, 87. We might cross down for an interview down on the ground shortly. Just waiting. It looks like Liam Jarrah might be heading over to maybe have a chat, which would be fantastic. He's ended up kicking 3 goals today. Concern for South, though, Sean, to see him limp off late in the game.
We're just with Liam Jarrah. Liam, great win today. You were down and out there for a while, but what was said at half time to get you over the line today?
The coach just said get back to our basic stuff. 1%ers, and communication was more important. And that was up all through the quarters. They came out and they really wanted this footy. And we just came out in the second half and last.
You've played in your time here in Central Australia. You've played in some great games. How does today rate as one of the games that you've played at the great TIO Traeger Park?
This is one of the most games that I played the most. Ever come back. Coming back from 5 goals up in last quarter, which is we really wanted to get back into in the lead up. So it is credit to the boys, and they just fought out.
So last week didn't go to plan. You had a loss against Rovers. This week you've just got over the line. And what do you think you need to do going into the grand final?
We're just gonna work on what happened last week with Pioneer. Rovers. We're not gonna worry about that. We're just gonna worry about next week game. We're just gonna come back hard and start training and starts on Monday.
Great. Congratulations, Liam. Enjoy the week and all the best for the grand final.
No worries. Thank you.
Big thank you to Andy Hood down there, and a big thank you to Liam Jarrah. Great to get those thoughts of a bloke who's gone all the way from the bush to play at the highest level, and still doing it out here for South today. Be interesting to see how he scrubs up next week.
Yeah, he looked a bit proper out there today, and he came off, Stan, and it'll be interesting to see how he pulls up. It's going to be a big game next week, and Rovers, they've got some special players there that who love the contest and who love challenges. So This will be a great game next week.
You'll only see it if you're not here by watching ICTV. It's been great coverage. We'll give you the goal kickers from this particular game. For South, 4-2 Thomas Gorey, 3 to Liam Jarrah, 2 for Tyson Woods. Came to life in the second half, 1 each for Dylan Ellis, Desmond Nandy, Darren Abbott, Tyrell Martin and Daniel Stafford. For Pioneer, 3 to Sean Foster, 2 each for Dallas Scobie, Matt Campbell, Darryl White, and 1 each for Ethan Little, Luke Adams, Dale Campbell and Willie Foster. A 15-point win in the end to South. Pioneer led by 2 points at quarter time, 23 at half time, 29 at three-quarter time, but a barnstorming finish by the Roos, seeing them get up by 15 points. On ICTV, tune in again tomorrow because we've got grand final action coming your way. Exciting grand final action too as well coming from the bush.
I can't wait, Steve.
We'll kick things off with a Community Cup competition game between the two new teams, Mount Allen and Wallara. Mount Allen finished minor premiers and went straight through with about a 20-point win, I think, over Wallara in the semi-final.
Does Stafford play tomorrow for Mount Allen?
I'm not sure if he's played for them during the season or not.
That's his home.
There's a few blokes out there today too that might front up for Ginger Porter tomorrow, and they're in the Country League Grand Final against McDonnell District. So you'll see them as you've seen this one on ICTV. Today's game brought to you by Bachelor Institute, and the footy tomorrow from those masters from the bush is coming to you courtesy of Power and Water. My name's Stan Coombe. On behalf of Sean Cusack, Travis Kenny and the entire ICTV crew, thank you for joining us this afternoon from Traeger Park. We look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow and next week.
On Territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive real careful. Slow down in the rain, when it's dusty, or if there's animals on the road. Drive too fast and you can lose control. So slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
Kids need help to stop trachoma. The eye disease can cause pain, sickness and even blindness. It's spread by mucky eyes and snot on the face. Luckily, it's easy to stop. By helping kids to blow their nose, wash their hands and clean their face, you'll be helping to stop eye disease spreading and keep their eyes healthy and strong. And by teaching kids to get rid of mucky eyes and snotty noses, you'll be playing your part to stop trachoma. Remember,
trachoma is everybody's business.
Clean faces, strong eyes.
Bachelor Institute offers training and education in community or on campus in Alice Springs and Bachelor. Courses include media, construction, health and many others. To find out more about what we can offer you, free call 1800 677 095.
Many remote communities are running low on water.
Water is precious in our community. What can I do to protect the water? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm hunting.
What for?
For big uranic. It's just like hunting for a bush tucker. Saving this water is more precious than bush tucker. See the track and listen, you can hear the sound. Go and hunt for lake and save the precious water in your community. We finally get to do the lake. Either we can turn it off